Okay, we are finally back, finally ready for some more Dungeons and Dragons. Oh, it has been too long since we did this campaign. I am so happy to be back, and we are so happy to have Blair back with us, back from maternity leave. She had her little sweet little baby,
sweet baby girl,
so tiny, so little.
She's so cute,
oh kawaii.
So hairy.
Yeah, lots of hair.
Lots of hair.
Yep. So, during this evening, before her man gets home from his job to help with the baby, if you hear crying in the background, it is because the little baby is there. Baby cannot be left alone. So, yeah, that's how it is. But let's go ahead and get started. Welcome back, adventurers, to another episode of the Curse of Strahd with your cast here at Lakeside Legendz. First, we have Kinsley, our firbolg cleric, played by Blair. Me, a changeling druid, played by Arthur. And Francisco Guadalupe del Valle, a changeling fighter, played by Trevor. And let's not forget about yours truly, your DM and master storyteller for this saga, DM David.
Woo-hoo!
Yay!
I'm so happy to be back.
So happy to be back. It has been too long. So
Heck yeah.
let's do it. On our last episode, me began to transform into a werewolf. Knowing just how dangerous a werewolf's first change can be, Zula turned to the party and told them to run for their lives. And they did. However, through divine intervention and a natural 20 on me's first nature check, our changeling druid's transformation went smoother than anyone thought possible. Divine intervention, thank you to our cleric, Kinsley, and her prayers said beforehand. Afterwards, Kinsley was contacted through the ethereal plane by none other than Aphrodel, their mage friend from Neverwinter. He told Kinsley that he had seen imra'lyr stepping through the ethereal plane into his workshop. But then, just as suddenly as she appeared, she disappeared into a maelstrom of misty tentacles. When he attempted to scry on her, he was only able to see a large castle-like building protruding from the side of a mountain. It had orangey gold statues standing guard out front. Our group immediately determined that imra'lyr had been taken to the Amber Temple, and they set off to find her. After procuring some horses and recruiting the Dusk Elf named Casimir Velikov, who originally offered to take them there, the Misfits took off for Mount Gakis, where they believed the Amber Temple to be. Eventually, our heroes found themselves a little over halfway up the mountainside and face to face with a giant stone gate. They couldn't figure out how to pass through the gate, though, as some kind of green flame wall blocked them from traveling to the other side. So, in a desperate attempt to move forward, me and Francisco opted to climb over the obstruction, and they dropped off onto the other side. As soon as they did, the flame wall that was hindering the rest of the party disappeared. However, two stone statues sitting atop the gated wall came to life. They took flight and swooped down to attack. And that is where we are now. You guys see that these two giant, weird raptor gargoyle things are flying around in circles. They're diving down after me and Francisco. Everyone roll me initiative.
Duck and cover!
All right, Francisco.
13.
All right, me.
11.
11, and Kinsley.
9.
9. All right, let's start this.
Watch, they all got like 20 and 19.
I know.
So this first Varrock is what they are, comes streaking down. It's going to go straight for Francisco because he is the one on the ground on the other side of the gate. Currently, Zula, Kinsley's werewolf mother, Spit, Casimir Velikov, the Dusk Elf, and Kinsley are both just now coming through the gate to the other side. It is going to swoop down, and it is going to make a couple of attacks on Francisco.
No, don't do that. No.
Does an 18 hit?
Yeah.
Okay. And what about...
That hits.
then a 19 hits too. Okay.
Stop hitting me.
So it first attacks you with its beak, and you take 9 piercing damage. And then it turns around and tries to attack you with its talons. Make sure this is the right one. Yes, 2d10s. And 9 more slashing damage with its talons. It flies by. And as it does, Spit comes running out of the gate.
Oh,
and he's got his bow and arrow out, and he pulls back and he shoots 2 times at the Varrock as it flies by. Let's see if he can hit.
Spit.
Vamos.
Okay, he takes a shot, and it's got that, and he hits with the first one, and definitely hits again with the second.
He's so good, our little man.
Our little man, he's out there. He's killing all the weird things.
He does 19 damage as this thing flies by. He just takes out both arrows, knocks him at the same time, and releases, and it flies through, putting holes through the Varrock's wings.
My baby.
Next,
Proud
you
of
guys. Next, you guys see as your firbolg barbarian werewolf comes running out. She transforms into this. She transforms into her big werewolf face, and she jumps at the Varrock just as Spit's arrows slice through its wings. And she's going to take her 2 attacks. Here it is, the DM just fighting himself for the first couple attacks because they all rolled so well.
That is what I like.
Oh, she got a nat 20 on her first attack.
Yes, kill it.
My mom is so
Save.
cool.
Save me. I am
And she
so
get
low.
a regular 20 on the second one. So her claws, she does double damage. So for her claw attack, she gets 13 damage. And then for her bite, she does another 10. So that's 23 damage from Zula. Next is Francisco. It is your turn. You've got this Varrock down on you all. Another one is wiping around or flying around.
Okay, I would like to take my glaive and stab it in the face.
Okay, go ahead.
That is a nat 1.
Oh no!
A natural 1.
You
It's a 1.
tax.
Uno.
Oh no. Okay, so Francisco, as this guy is flying by, you see that Spit has taken his arrows and he's shot at them. The arrows have gone through the guy's wings. Zula came out and she bit onto its leg and she slashed at it while it was in her mouth and she threw it towards you, lining you up. You go to swing and you miss terribly. Go ahead and roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no. Does he save?
8.
An 8. Okay. Good thing it wasn't a 1 because you guys are on the side of a mountain. So you go to swing at this Varrock as it flies by. You miss terribly and you spin around and end up falling forward. You are now prone on the ground.
Me points and laughs. Ha!
Hey, shut up. It's been a bad day. I got burned by fire earlier. Okay, so I'll use half my movement and stand back up, I guess.
Okay.
And try and take my second attack.
Okay.
Which is much better. That's a 25. 25
That
hit.
definitely hits.
Okay, perfect. That was so embarrassing. And that's going to be max damage, so 16 points of damage.
Okay.
Woo!
And then I'm going to use my second win as a bonus action and heal myself because I am very hurt.
Okay. All right. Is that everything for you?
Yep, that is everything. That is my whole turn.
Okay. So you see that as this thing flies by, Francisco, you are attacking the one that is on the ground. This Varrock that's in the air is still circling around. You guys look over, and Casimir the Dusk Elf is kind of like hiding in the shadows in by the gate. And he's like, "I'm terribly sorry, but I'm not much of a warrior. I'm very squishy. I'm going to hide back here." And he's going to make a stealth check. and he does not do a very good job.
Useful.
Ruh-roh.
Oh,
Okay. Me, it is now your turn.
Francisco, what's your AC looking like?
My AC is
Yes, your
16.
AC.
16. 6.
Yeah, okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use my Wand of Magic Missiles, and I'm going to cast it at let's do a 3rd level.
Okay.
Yeah, I hope it's not immune. So that'll be 3 charges. So it's an automatic hit, right? Yeah.
Yes, with
Yep. So then how many darts? It's been a bit, so I have to remember how many darts that would be. 3rd level, that would be 6 dart, or was it?
let me look up
Oh
magic
no,
missile
it'd
real quick.
be 4 dart. 4. When you cast a spell using a spell slot 2nd level or higher, the spell creates 1 more dart for each slot above 1st. So that would
Right.
be 5.
Okay. Yeah, so it's 3 is at the first one, and then at 3rd level you'll get 2 more. So it's 5 d4s plus 5, I guess, altogether.
All right, I'll roll my d4s and then just 1 extra one because I have 4 d4s in my hand. So, all right, so that's 2, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 points of damage.
Okay, and that's on the one that's hurt or the one that's in the air?
We'll do the one that's in the air, and then I'm going to...
14. Okay.
Yep, 14, and then I'm going to use my bonus action to hold my hands out towards Francisco, and I kind of glance over at Kinsley and say, This is a trick I've picked up from my friend. Ah! And I cast Shield of Faith on him.
Yeah.
There you
Heck
go.
yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So thank you, me, actually, for reminding me. These guys do have resistances. So I'm going to go back and Spit's attack would have been halved.
Darn.
Sorry. And technically, Zula's claws and teeth are magical because she's aware. So I'm going to keep that. Okay. It is now Kinsley's turn. Kinsley, you got 1 in the air that's been hit by me and 1 on the ground that is looking a little hurt.
I'm gonna go ahead and
Darn, it's hard 'cause
cast.
Should have been thinking of your turn while we were doing the other stuff.
I was too enthralled in what was happening. It's been a while, man.
Darn, all my spells
Okay.
are concentration.
So I'm gonna go
no.
ahead and toll the dead, the one that's been hurt, that's up in the air.
Mm-hmm.
So it needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, let me pop open, see what they have for wisdom. Okay, wisdom saving throw, 15.
That meets it.
Sorry.
Poo.
You're muted. What'd you
Sorry,
say?
hold on. My browser's being funky. Hold on. Sorry, I have to get back to my character sheet.
Oh, no worries. Pretty sure your DC is 15.
I don't think a boomerang's gonna do much, so let's not do that.
Yeah. Let's not and say we didn't.
Oh, Kinsley's camera went all green.
Oh no, that's fine for me.
Did it?
My
That's
computer's freaking out, guys. Sorry. And then I'm going to spiritual weapon, that 2nd level, above the one I just tried to hit.
Okay, the one up in the air you said, correct?
Yes, and I will take a
Okay.
swing.
Go for it. Wait, how far can you cast it up? It's
I
20
believe
feet
it's
from you, right?
I can cast it, I think, 60 feet away. Let me just
It is 60
double
feet.
check.
Okay, if
I-
it's 60
I have
feet,
it
you're
right
fine.
here.
I thought it was 20 feet for some reason.
No, I can only move it 20 feet on my turn as a bonus action.
That's what it is.
So that is going to be only 13 to hit.
Okay, yeah, that misses. Okay.
I just can't do things today, you guys.
It's okay. I was very hurt just now, so.
It's okay because I cheated with mine because of magic missile, you know.
Okay, so this Varrock that is up in the air, it is its turn. It is going to fly down in between you guys. You guys are all probably about 20 feet away, I'd say. Or no, it's going to fly over to the group that has Spit, Kinsley, and Casimir, because all of them are still next to the wall. Everyone else came running up. So it's going to come down, and it's going, all of a sudden it lands onto the ground, it spreads its big wings, and a awful screech comes out from its maw. I'm going to need Casimir, Spit, and Kinsley all to give me Constitution saving throws.
Survive. Come on.
That's a 19.
You pass. Casimir fails. And Spit fails. Casimir and Spit are now both stunned. So they are incapacitated. They can't move and can't speak. Well, they can only falteringly. The creature automatically fails strength and dex saving throws, and attack rolls against the creature have advantage. So my NPCs, they are stunned. Suddenly, you guys hear a voice come down to you from up above on a tower, further down the path.
What?
You guys hear a voice.
Who is that? What the voice?
Who goes there?
Hello?
Hello, yes. Who is this?
What is happening?
Oh.
You don't sound very pleased to see us.
We're kind of in the middle of something.
Why did you wake them up?
Sounds like we just woke you up. Are you okay?
Who do they see standing up there, Laura?
Okay, so you see this this tall individual, kind of a pretty boy thing, with kind of swooping hair that sort of kind of like has this gentle floating motion. It's like this pale blue and he's got this kind of aqua greenish blue skin. He's wearing an open it's not a trench coat because there's no sleeves, and there's like a hood with fur and fur inside the trench coat vest thing, and he's holding a staff, and he's kind of just giving you this very displeased look.
Do I feel threatened by his attractiveness?
Yes.
Roll for threatened.
Okay.
He is pretty boy.
What is that? Is that going to be a charisma save or something?
Charisma saving throw.
Jeez.
That's a 9.
You are very threatened.
I instinctually make my pecs bigger and like make my beard fuller.
He's not huge, but he's like he is lean, but he is has obviously taken care of himself in a way that would be aesthetically pleasing.
I make myself
his
even more aesthetically pleasing.
His training is all about the elongating your muscles and defining them in such a way to not necessarily build strength, but to like look like a sculpted, lean individual.
And he's green.
All right. He's kind of an aqua-ish blue-green.
Very cool. It is Uatan's turn.
So what do I see down there?
You see there are the party over by the gate. There's a main gate. You see a little dusk elf hiding in the gate but stunned. You see a little green goblin frozen in place. Kinsley is over there too, but she's awake, and there's a Varrock in that group. Then a little further down the road, you see Francisco, you see me, and you see Zula, and they are all fighting another Varrock.
What do I know about Varrocks, having been here for a while?
Give me a history check, and since you've been here a while, give me it with advantage.
Yeah. History? 23?
Oh, 23. Okay, I will just read you the description. This is what you know. You know that Varroks are dull-witted, capricious fiends that live only to create pain and carnage. A Varrok resembles a giant hybrid of humanoid and vulture. Its gnarled, bestial body and broad wings stinking of offal, O-F-F-A-L. I don't know how to pronounce that, but it stinks. Varroks gobble humanoid flesh whenever they can, stunning potential prey with an ear-splitting shriek, then swooping down to attack with beak and claw. Varroks can shake their wings, releasing clouds of toxic spores. Coveting pretty things, Varroks turn against each other for the chance to lay claim to cheap jewelry or ornamental stones. Despite their love of treasure, Varroks are difficult to bribe, seeing no reason to bargain when they can simply take what they want from a would-be bargainer's corpse. That is what you know, Uatan.
Okay. Do I also know if they have any resistances? Like,
Yes, they are resistant to a lot of things. You know specifically from what you have tried. I'll say you know that regular attacks, non-magical attacks, they're resistant to. And they're also resistant to the cold. That's what you've noticed from being here.
got it. So then, which ones are, let's see, oh, it's 120 feet. So, which group looks like they're in the most trouble?
Probably the stunned one, because Kinsley's the only one that's able to fight in that group now, and it's the one with the most health.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and firebolt that.
Okay.
And it has to make, let's see. Make a range small attack against target on hit. The target takes 1d. Oh, I just roll.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. I make my attack. That's another 23.
23.
To hit.
Yeah, that definitely hits. Go ahead and do your damage.
2d10.
Francisco, it looks like there's another magic user.
I know. I can't. No, I don't need more competition.
14 points of fire damage.
Okay. You see that as you shoot the bolt down, the Varrock covers its face with its wing, and you see that the fire looks like it singed it, but maybe it didn't do as much damage as before. You've never fought these Varrocks before, but you've been around them. You've been able to see stuff. This is the first time you've actually thrown a fireball at them, and it seems that they're a little resistant to fire as well.
These things are resistant to everything.
Okay.
Francisco, what are you threatened by exactly by this man?
I mean, just look at his hair. I mean, it's like perfect and flowing and I don't know, like he's got a very nice lean build. I'm very bulky, which is fine. I'm not intimidated by that. But like his whole aesthetic, like it works together way too well, and it's bothering me.
Francisco and me are having this conversation as this Varrock is like, like, oh no, it's fine. I can do whatever. No, it's fine.
Get down, stop it. I'm trying to have a conversation.
You see at that the Varrock spreads its wings and begins to flap, and you see this green cloud comes out from around it. Francisco, me, and Zula all have to give me Constitution saving throws.
Oh no.
Yes.
Ooh, no. Ooh.
23.
Okay.
That's a 4.
Oh, me is the only one who does not pass. Me, you are now poisoned. So you have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks, but at the same time, you also feel a dark, gross feeling in the center of your chest that's starting to hurt. On your next turn, you are going to take some poison damage.
Ugh, what's that smell? It smells like... smells like Francisco in the morning.
Hey, okay, just because I eat a lot of beans doesn't mean you have to make fun of me for it. Gosh.
Okay.
A lot of protein,
So
okay?
close to real life.
You guys see that as this Varrock is doing it over at Spit, Spit has his bow out and he's getting ready to shoot, but he's frozen and he's just like, just freaking out. It is now Zula's turn. Zula is there next to the Varrock that has just spread its wings and is making all the poison everywhere. So she's going to take 2 attacks against this Varrock.
Let's go, Zula.
The first one misses with her bite, but her claw hits. So with her claws, she does 2d4 plus 3. She does 8 damage to the Varrock that's hurt, or really hurt. It is now Francisco's turn.
All right, Francisco, no more messing up. No more slipping.
As a professional fighter, I will take my now very complicated turn and attack it twice.
Very complicated turn.
The first attack is a 15 to hit.
Just hits.
Awesome. Perfect. Okay. So that's going to be a let's see.
And the glaive is magical, correct? It is a
Yes,
plus
it is.
one
Yes,
glaive.
it is.
Okay.
So what is this called? I need to make sure. It's been so long. I actually forgot what my what the thingy is. What is it? Okay, cool. And I'll use a bonus action to make it a fainting attack.
Okay.
So I get to add a d8 to that. So it's gonna be 8 plus 7, 15. 15 plus 6 is 21 points of damage.
Ooh, okay.
And on my next attack, I get advantage because it was a fainting attack.
Okay, go ahead. Make your second attack.
My second attack is so close to a crit, but the 17 plus 9 is going to be good, 26.
That definitely hits.
Okay. So that's going to be another max damage again. Awesome. 16 points of damage.
All right. This
Good job, Francisco. You didn't
is
slip this
looking-
time.
Hey, you know what? I can do my job occasionally. Hey, I am here to stab things.
You guys look over and you see at the gate the little dusk elf who tried to hide. He's just like,
I can't move. Help me.
Breathe deeply. It's probably just constipation.
I'm not sure about that.
Me, it is now your turn.
How close am I to this thing?
You are right next to Francisco, so you're kind of up in its grill with him.
Okay, so this is the first time I've used this spell, and I've had it this cantrip. I've had it prepared since like level 1. I'm gonna use Thunderclap.
Okay.
Do it.
So Thunderclap
right.
is Thunderclap an AoE?
It is 5 feet, and it says you create a burst of thunderous sound that can be heard up to 100 feet away. Each creature within range, so 5 feet, other than you, must succeed on a Constitution saving throw. Of
So
course,
the
I'm gonna move out of range of Francisco.
Okay, so Francisco and Zula are both there, and you are all kind of like fighting surrounding it. So what you would have to do to be able to get to a point where you're not near them is you would have to move out of range and then move back in around the other side. I'll allow you to do that, but it will take a attack of opportunity on you for moving out of range. It's either that or you hit Zula and Francisco. Because it is an AoE and you're all right next to each other.
Yeah, it's all within 5 feet. I'm gonna risk it.
Okay, so it'll take a swipe at you with its beak,
biscuit.
Yeah, risk it for a biscuit.
and it only got an 11.
It is
Nice.
not hit.
Okay, so you roll out of the way and roll back. You are now behind this thing, and you go ahead and do your thunderclap.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and I put 1/4 forward, and I actually clap.
That's awesome.
All right,
so
he needs con save of 13.
it needs to make a con save?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It got a 19.
Dang it. Well,
He just rolls too good.
yeah, I know that. That's it. That's all I got.
That's it? It doesn't do half damage or anything?
I don't-
Cantrips don't know.
Yeah, no.
Oh, it's a cantrip? Okay. After me, Kinsley, it is now your turn. You have this Varrock next to you, and Spit and Casimir are both frozen in fear.
I'm gonna try to whackety whack it.
Okay, go for it.
Try. Oh my gosh, are you for real? I can't roll to hit for anything. Okay. So that didn't hit. That was a 4 plus 7. So that's a no good. I really don't want to have you roll, but then I really don't want to have me roll. It all sucks.
It's all bad.
I will try to toll the dead it.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll your stupid dice and pass because
Wisdom save.
yes.
4.
That's 2d12s.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Because it's hurt. And
You're
I'm
doing
a
the
higher
one.
level.
You're doing the one next to you, or the one that's really hurt across the way.
The one next to me.
Okay.
That is 16 necrotic damage.
All right.
That's the turn.
That's it.
It's directly next to me.
Yes, it is directly next to you.
I'm gonna move away.
Attack of opportunity.
Well, I know that. But if I move, then it's more possible that it'll hit the squishies rather than me. I guess I'll stay.
Okay.
I'll
So
stay.
you stay where you are. It is now this Varrock's turn. You see that it looks over and it sees its friend is bloodied and beaten. And these things do not give a crap about each other. They are all about themselves and their own survival. So what's going to happen is it has prey that is stunned. It is going to reach out with its claw and grab Spit. Spit automatically fails strength or I believe he automatically fails strength. Creature automatically fails strength and dexterity saves, so it does not even need to take an opportunity against it. It grabs Spit and it takes off. Kinsley, give me an attack of opportunity.
I don't have a weapon out.
Then never mind.
But my spiritual weapon?
Your
does that-
spiritual weapon is like 40 feet away. Because it was in the air when you casted it, and then it dropped out of your spiritual weapons area.
Right, but I tried to hit it. So I had to move it down.
Oh, you used your spiritual weapon to try to hit it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were using something else. Can
No,
spiritual
yeah.
weapons do attack of opportunity?
I don't know. You're the DM.
I don't know, but you know what? Go ahead. I'll let you
Okay.
do it. I don't know if it can, but I'm assuming it probably doesn't, but I'll let you.
It doesn't matter because I can't hit to use my use my spiritual weapon to hit at all.
Okay.
I've rolled 2 4s and a 2.
This thing flies off the side with stunned Spit in its arms. It gets just over the edge near the mountain, and Spit is able to move. It's starting to Spit's starting to move, trying to get free, but it's got it in its grasp. Uatan, it is your turn.
How far away are they from me?
They are probably, gosh, you are 5, 10, 15 plus like 30 feet up. So I would say from Spit and the Varrock, 40-ish feet.
How hurt does the creature look?
Not super hurt.
Okay, then I'm going to make the decision to cast slow on said creature.
Okay, perfect. So slow.
It's a wisdom save of 14.
Okay, wisdom save.
Would you say these things are considered humanoid?
And if that other Varrock is in range, I will also cast slow on it because I can do up to 6 creatures.
How far is range?
120 feet.
Yeah, you could get both. I'll make both of them do saves. The first one, wisdom, got an 11.
Fails.
Okay, the one that's got Spit fails. The second one got an 18.
Passes.
Okay.
So the one that failed, it can, I think its movement is half speed now, and it can only take 1 action, no bonus actions.
Okay. I can only take 1 action, no bonus action, and speed is had. Good to know. We will go back up to the top. It is the other Varrock's turn. It is going to take a couple of swipes at the group that is down there.
It can only take one swipe.
Oh, no.
Oh, even if it has...
Hold on. Well, let me double check that. An affected target speed is halved. It takes. Oh, it also has a -2 penalty to AC, so its
Okay.
AC is down by 2. Dexterity saving throws, and it can't use reactions on its turn. It can use either an action or a bonus action, not both, regardless of the creature's abilities or magic items. It can't make more than 1 melee or range attack during its turn.
Perfect. Okay, it'll take 1 attack then. It is going to take a. It's going to swipe its talons at me.
Wait,
Actually,
sorry. Which one passed? Because one passed, one failed.
The one that's flying away failed. Oh, that's right. The other
So the
one
one
passed,
that-
so it can.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
I was
So
a little
it's-
confused.
Yeah, it's going to do a beak attack and a talon attack at me in its desperation. And it got a 19... Actually, excuse me, a dirty 20 and a 22 to hit me.
Yeah, I think that hits.
Okay.
Sure.
So, with its beak, me, you take 14 piercing damage. And then with its talons, you take 12 slashing damage.
Yeah.
And it is going to try to fly out. It is going to burst into the air. So that means Zula, Francisco, and me all get attacks of opportunity.
Oh wait. Can we use? No, we can't use spells for opportunity
Melee
attacks,
only.
right?
Yep,
Okay,
melee
okay,
attacks
melee.
only.
Melee.
16 to hit.
I have melee.
Francisco, you hit.
All right, let's see if I can hit.
It's gonna be 10 points of damage.
Okay,
That's plus a 3, so that's a 15 to hit.
that hits.
Yes. Okay. I never said that Lightbringer was glowing, so it's just gonna be its normal.
'Kay.
1d6. So let's go, Lightbringer. I tried. That was 1 point of damage.
That's all right. That's all right. So, Francisco, this thing is about to take off. You see its wings spreading. You take your sword and stab it into
It's
its
a glaive.
foot. The glaive. You take the glaive
Yes.
and stab it into its foot. So it is grounded. Me, you take your Lightbringer, the big mace, and just swing it up, smack it into the face, then slam it into the ground, and this thing stops moving.
Not today.
Not today. It is now Spit's turn. Spit is now awake. He is no longer stunned. I'm going to have him do an opposed strength check against this Varrock to see if he can get out of its hands.
the mountain.
Well, let's see. Let's give Spit an intelligence check. I'll allow that too to see if he thinks that he should try.
Oh no.
It's okay.
He got a 5.
Oh no, spit.
okay.
Opposed strength checks. Spit got a 15. Actually, 16 because he got a +1. And then the Varrock got a 21. He holds on to Spit. It is
okay.
now Zula's turn. Zula is melee. She can't do anything. She is standing there stunned, watching as this thing slowly curves around by the road. She can't do it all. Francisco, it is now your turn. She's going to hold her reaction to see if she can do anything.
Okay, so is she? I mean, not she. Is the Brock? Like, is it over the path or is it?
It is off the side of the mountain. So if Spit were to drop, he would drop.
He'd be fine.
He'll be fine.
He'll be fine. How far down? Like how far up and stuff?
If he were to fall, he would drop 100 feet.
He's fine.
Okay, I am going to run.
Don't metagame.
I'll try not to.
Do whatever. Do whatever you think Francisco would do.
Yeah. Okay, I am going to go ahead and so how far away is it from me? That's what I want to know.
I'm going to say from you guys, it started to leave. It's got 60 feet worth of flying. So I'm going to say probably from you, 70 or 80 feet. Because you are about 10 feet away to begin with. So I'll say 70 feet away from you.
If I run 30. Dang it, Witch Bolt is only a 30-foot range.
Well, you can move. Oh yeah, because you can only move 30 feet, so you're still out of range.
Exactly.
Don't you have a crossbow or something?
I do, but I had a plan where I was going to run the 30 feet, shoot it with Witch Bolt, and then launch myself towards it with my bonus action with the Tempest thing. But I can't do that because it's too far.
10 feet too far away.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yep. So I am going to just, I guess, chase after it, get as close as I can, and I guess shoot at it.
Okay.
Yeah, wound it. So first attack is going to be a 19 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Okay, perfect. This is non-magical damage.
Okay.
So it's going to be 9 non-magical piercing damage.
Halved to 4.
And then the second attack is going to be a 15 to hit.
Okay. Halved to
And that's
7.
going to be 5 more points of piercing damage. And
that was to hit.
yes, there was a 15 to hit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let me redo that. And then you said 5 points, so that's halved to 2.
Yeah. And well, I can't do anything else, so I guess that's it. I just shout angrily, "Get back here! Get back here, Whisper! I will kill you!"
Okay. Let's see. Okay. You guys, it is about
Wait.
60 feet away from where Casimir is. Casimir is it, no, it's not your turn. Casimir's first. Casimir's just been stunned and hasn't been doing anything, so it's been skipping him. But now he sees that your little friend Spit, the goblin, is in trouble. So what he is going to do...
With me.
Let me see something real quick. What he does, he starts running towards the edge. He's like, don't worry, little one, I am coming. And he starts running. He jumps off the edge, touches himself, and shoots off, flying after them. He flies all the way and gets to Spit and pulls. I'm going to do Casimir's strength check versus the Varrock.
Super
He's a magic man.
Doing?
Stealing my thunder. That's
I'm just a poor little guy. I can't do anything.
I know, right?
He doesn't fight,
I'm really
but
squishy.
he gets adrenaline rush when he sees someone's in trouble, and he surprisingly pulls Spit free. The Varrock lets go of Spit and starts flying around to come back towards them. But now he has Spit in his arms, and he's turning around looking like he's about to come back. And you see his eyes are wide. He's like, "What did I just do?"
Get over here! Quickly fly faster!
Me, it is now your turn.
all right. Is this thing considered humanoid?
You don't know. You wouldn't know unless
Does it
you have
look-
some kind
Does
of
it
stuff.
look humanoid?
No.
I mean, you
it looks like a
described it to look
giant.
like.
I don't think I described it to look humanoid.
I thought you said like a big humanoid raptor thing.
I thought it was a
No.
big, like, dinosaur
Hybrid.
Okay.
It says giant hybrid of humanoid and
okay,
vulture.
okay.
Looking, it looks that way.
Okay, so probably not then. Well, I'm not gonna do that then. Instead, I'm gonna do what I can do in the normal thing, and I'm gonna go ahead and I punch my fist into the ground, and I pull it out, and out comes 2 giant spiders, and I cast Conjure Animals. And both of them are going to take shots at the big bird.
The Varrock.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just
what-
imagine Big Bird.
Are they shooting their web or something?
Yeah, they're going to be shooting their webs to try to restrain it. And if it falls, well...
Oh, well, there you go. Okay, go ahead and take their shots. What do they do?
All right. So I believe it's to hit. Yes. Yeah. +5 to hit. All right. So that's not good on the first one. That's an 11.
Yeah,
Come
it
on,
misses.
baby. That's even worse. That's a 9. They're
Definitely
trying their
misses.
hardest. All right. Well, that's all I got.
Okay.
I'm running towards the edge.
Okay, after me's turn, it is now Kinsley's turn.
Okay. Sorry, I got cold. I'm going to. It's just the Varrock, right? It doesn't have. How
Does
far
not have
away is
spit
it?
anymore. How far away is it from you? Mm-hmm. About 60 feet.
Okay. Then I am going to toll the dead it.
Okay.
Make a wisdom save.
Okay.
Make it suffer for
17.
what it has done. Touching our
17?
spit.
Yeah.
Stop rolling so good.
So rude.
There's a reason for that. I'm sorry.
Stop it. I don't like it.
Stop it, Uncle.
How is everybody looking? Who's looking ouchy?
I'm at half health.
As usual,
Okay.
I have stubbed my toe pretty hard.
Okay.
My toe is like 3/4 of the way missing.
Does Spit look injured at all?
Surprisingly, Spit does not look injured. He's been
Okay.
grappled. That was it.
Okay. Then I'm gonna go ahead and just healing word Francisco.
Okay.
Only at a first
Oh.
level, because I mean,
Está bien.
of course I roll a 1, so you get 5 health back.
5 big points of health. Ah, yeah.
Speaking
And that's
of
my
though, Francisco, because I did the summon animals, your AC drops back down to normal.
Cool.
Okay. So, after that, it is now the Varrock's turn, and it is going to try to take Spit back. Because it's right there. I can't think of anything logically it would do. It's going to try to
leave
oppose
Spit
Strick.
Leave Spit alone.
Okay, so the Varrock...
If it touches spit one more time,
Varrock only got a 12. You guys got to hope that Casimir has good strength. He doesn't, but hope he rolls high. He did! Casimir holds on to it. They are fighting back and forth. And that's the Varrock's turn. That's an action. So, Uatan, it is your turn.
yeah.
Seeing that Casimir's having some trouble, I will cast Fly on myself.
All right.
And I am going to... how far away are they from me?
About 40 feet, I said.
Okay. I'm going to take my 30 feet of movement because the spell casting was my action and I don't want to get too close considering that they then become a target. So I'm going to just get within 10 feet of them.
Okay. That's everything?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it is now Spit's turn. Spit, while he's in Casimir's arms, he's going to stand up on Casimir's hands, and he's going to crawl around onto his back and hold on, and have his little sword, and he's going to try to hit the Varrock with his little
That's
sword.
a Spit move.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll kill you!
Yeah, that's
I'm
spit.
trying to find my mommy and you're not gonna get in my way! I'll kill all of you!
And 2 attacks with his short sword. And he hits on 1. The first one misses. Oh, he rolled a nat 1. Ooh.
Spit, no.
Casimir, dex saving throw. It's okay, he rolled a 15. He's good.
Okay.
He barely dodges his head out of the way. But Spit does hit with his other attack. And he does 1d6 plus 6. Ended up doing 10 damage to this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Spit.
Go
Let's go,
spit.
Spit.
Okay. It is now Zula's turn. Zula is still just standing there like, what do I do? What do I do? It's a little one. It's over the edge. What do I do? He's so little. He's going to get hurt. And then there's the weird little dusk elf thing. What am I supposed to do? Her motherly instincts are freaking out. Francisco, it is your
Throw a
turn.
rock.
There are no rocks. What rocks? I can't find a rock.
Make a snowball.
She just throws loose snow.
Let's see. Well, they're on their way back.
Well,
So, I'm
I'm
going
gonna call over her. She does that. The snow won't work.
oh yeah, because it's immune to cold or resistant to cold.
Yeah, I'm just going to shoot it twice with the crossbow. I'll pull it out. Take some shots. Shot. That's an 8 for the first attack.
Misses.
Second attack. That's a 10. I am useless with the crossbow.
Okay.
Like with the boomerang. Hey.
Francisco misses.
And me with the glaive.
Casimir at this point is watching as Spit and this Varrock are fighting, and he's in between trying to dodge and not get hit. He's gonna turn and try to fly away. The Varrock is gonna get an attack of opportunity. So let's see if he hits.
I believe.
He hits. Let's see how much damage he does. $10 points of damage to Casimir. But Casimir is still up and he's gonna fly back. He is now with Spit safe back on the ground.
DM. Fly is a concentration spell.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, crap.
Okay.
Velocity, so they'd still be going.
Yep. So he's gonna have to see if he maintains concentration. Now I always forget the rule about concentration. It's a D20 plus half of the damage that was done to you.
So it is
It's
one
just half. It's half the damage
just
you're
half.
dealt.
I thought it was a minimum of 10 though.
Yes,
It is a minimum
of
of 10, but if half of
Is
the
higher,
damage is more than 10,
then you take
then
it.
Okay, well he
Yeah.
did 10 points of damage, so that's halved to 5, so he just has to roll above a 5. Or no,
No,
roll
he has
above
to roll
10.
above
no,
He
yeah,
has to
above
roll
just
above
a 10. Just a
Yep.
10.
You rolled a
Oh,
3.
no.
They drop.
I just kind of watch. And I'm
Not-
giving the dusk elf that.
Me, it is now your turn. You watch as Casimir gets hit. He's turning away. He gets hit in the back with a talon, and you see he drops with spit in his arms, or spit
All
on
right,
his
so
back.
both spiders are gonna try to shoot webs at them, but keep like the string attached to their bottoms.
Okay. Yeah, I'll allow it. So have both of them shoot and see if they hit.
Okay, that's a 15 for the first one.
Trying to hit Casimir.
Yep.
They'd have to. Yeah, that hits.
Oh, okay, sweet. So the first one hits. Then the other one, seeing that the other one hit that, is going to shoot at the big bird.
Okay.
Wait, are you counting that web for one of them or both of them?
That was
I
for
do
one.
it. I do it one at a time.
No, he's asking if it's for Casimir and Spit, or if it's just.
It would
one
go
or the
around
other.
both. So he shot
Yeah,
it
because
and
they're
it's-
because Spit is on Casimir's back.
right. So he shot to hit Casimir. Casimir's on his back. It's stuck to Casimir and is essentially restrained. The string goes all the way back to the spider. Me, have that spider make a strength check.
Oh, okay. Ooh, okay. Strength plus 2, dirty 20.
Nice. Okay. You see this spider grabs onto the string with its little hands, little like claw things as it's still attached to its butt. It grabs onto me, and then you see it goes as Casimir and Spit pull down on it, and they start swinging towards the side of the mountain. Your other spider, you said, is shooting at the Varrock. Go
Yes.
ahead and make an attack for that.
13 to hit.
Misses.
All right, and then I'm going to use my turn to try something. I'm going to use shape water on the snow and use it to take the snow and make it, because you can freeze the water using shape water. So I'm unfreezing it and turning it into water, and I'm going to try to move it in between the Varrock and them and freeze it and kind of just,
And just hold it there. Give me
What it? I mean, it's a cantrip.
give me an Arcana check to see if you can make it freeze and you can hold it. Where you're trying to manipulate the attack to do something you can't really do.
Yeah.
But if your power is strong enough, I will say that it sits there for a second and blocks the view.
Right. So that's an 11.
An 11, okay, you refreeze it and it instantly starts to fall. You're unable to hold on to the power to hold it up in the air.
Well, I mean, within the 6 seconds, it's possible that maybe they'll get like half cover from the rock, or at least
Very possible, very possible. Kinsley, it is now your turn.
I'm trying.
Okay. I mean, I can't really do anything. I should have moved my spiritual weapon last turn. I didn't do that. That was stupid. I will move my spiritual weapon 20 feet closer to the Varrock.
Okay, it's
And then-
40 feet away now.
That was dumb. And then I will again try. Actually, no. Yeah, I'm not gonna waste any more spell slots. I'll try to troll the dead it again. So wisdom save.
It only got a 10.
Yes, 2d12.
Yeah.
That rolled for a long time. Well, I got the lowest and the highest, so that's the 13. My product
Okay.
damage. Rolled a 12 and a 1.
Okay.
And that's I mean, and I'm running to the edge to see if I want to help the spider pull.
Okay.
I'm gonna start to, I guess, because
You'll assist it. Okay, perfect. So
action.
we'll say you run over to the edge, you grab onto the side. This Varrock is now flying there, looking around, seeing its prey is getting away. It is going to fly over to the web and attempt to cut it.
No.
That is all it can think of to do. That is all it can think of to do.
That's mean.
I don't have an AC for the web, so I am going to make one up in my
You could
head
probably
that
do
could
like
be
a rope.
reasonable and see if he hits. He rolled a 2 plus 6.
Hey, I have a
he
quick-
misses.
Oh wait, no, I was never in range. Okay, never mind.
You were 10 feet away, yeah.
Yeah.
So he dives and he misses. He doesn't hit it.
Goodness.
He flies right through. Uatan, your turn.
His bad coordination.
How far is it from me now?
Probably 30 feet.
Okay, you tell me if I can do this. As a water genasi, I have lots of water spells. Could I, like in Last Airbender, take the water, the moisture out of the air and shape it around the creature's head and start to suffocate it or drown it?
So
It's a lot smarter than what
do
I was
you
doing.
have a manipulate
I have
water spell?
I have the cantrip shape water, and I also have the spell create or destroy water.
I will allow you to use control water to do that, because that would be in the realm of what you could do with control water.
Okay, so I'm going to sweep up. So I'm still out of its range. And say, hello. And I start to pull in the moisture and start.
Okay.
Sadly, I cannot get in within range to do fun stuff like that.
I remember we looked up drowning before, but I believe it's X amount of minutes plus your...
It's a minute plus your constitution modifier.
Okay, so it can hold its breath for 5 minutes.
But I can hold the spell for as long as I want because
That's true.
it's a cantrip.
So you
And
see
also,
that
I'm
That's a lot
assuming
of
it
rounds
would
of
have
combat.
Yes, I
a
will
little bit of like.
it's going to have a hard time seeing at this point. So I'll say
maybe
any attacks will be at disadvantage.
Got it.
Is that your entire move?
Let me see what my bonuses are. I think yeah. Yeah, that is all I can do.
Okay. So the Varrock is
Oh, wait. Can I say? Nope, that's it.
Okay, so the Varrock is currently next to Casimir and Spit as it tried to attack the string to make them fall. It doesn't care if they live or die. It's going to eat it either way. So that's what it was trying to make it do. But Spit is there with his sword on Casimir's back still, and he's swinging. He's like, so he's going to take a couple swipes at this Varrock.
Spit, don't get a nat 1 so you don't accidentally cut the rope.
Please, 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 please.
Oh, that's a good point.
You shouldn't have said anything.
I'm
Keep your
sorry,
fat
but I
mouth
mean,
shut.
but it's true.
I know, I was
Okay.
thinking the same thing.
No nat ones, and he does
thank
hit him
goodness.
once. Okay.
Thank
So-
goodness, my heart.
He gets 8 points of damage to this guy. And
No, I know
it
what I
is
can do.
now Zula's turn. Zula, too, is going to run over and start pulling. And she's going to use everything she can to start pulling these guys up. So you see that now they are moving up with the help of the spider, Zula, and Kinsley. Next round, when it gets back to Zula, I'll say, is when they finally made it back up.
What
Francisco,
happened to the other Varrock? Is it dead?
It's dead. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I smashed its head. I went
Smashed
down.
its head.
We killed it dead. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do my fighter thing and shoot at it with my crossbow.
All right.
That is
go,
a
Francisco.
18 to hit.
That hits.
Boom.
Nice.
Take 2 points of damage.
Oh my gosh.
Is that already halved?
Nope.
Oh my gosh.
Do you not have any bonuses to it?
I have a +1 damage. Yeah. It's a dex weapon. I'm not a dex-based
Oh my
person.
goodness.
And then my next attack is it's a 12 to hit, which I don't
That
think
hits.
hits. Oh, it
Oh, wait,
does.
no, actually, no, it doesn't. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I read.
Oh.
I my dyslexia read it as 12. It's not 12.
Oh, dang it. That was sad. So yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Casimir is down there and he's freaking out and he has Spit on his back fighting this thing again while he's sitting there and he
You
just doesn't know
see
what to do.
A little bit of a satisfied smirk while Latan's watching Casimir freak out.
Okay, you see that this Casimir turns and he looks up and he puts his hand up and covers his eye and he's going to shoot magic missiles at this guy and he's just going to do it at first level. So he'll just do straight 3d4 plus 3 damage to him. He does 10 points of damage. And it is now me's turn.
Okay. So, spider's continuing to pull. My other spider's gonna try to shoot at the Varrock again.
Okay.
So we'll do that first. That's a 17 to hit.
That hits.
All right, so he gets hit by the webbed, and it is restrained by webbing. Yeah, so he's restrained.
Awesome. So restrained means he can't move and that it's disadvantage on all attacks.
So he'd be going.
Hopefully.
Yeah. You
And it's
guys
a DC 12 strength on his turn if he wants to try to
to
break
try to
free.
break free?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you guys see that this Varrock's wings get clamped and it starts to fall.
I walk over to the edge, holding onto the web rope, helping them pull them up, and I just, just check over the edge real quick.
Are we still in combat?
It drops 100 feet, so I got to do 10d6 damage because it's 1d6 per 10.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's go, spooters. Please
Yep.
die.
You guys hear
Ah, yes, very satisfying.
Yeah,
I'll fly
finally.
over to Casimir and Spit,
okay.
and I'll. Hey, little buddy. Want to ride?
Yeah, get off this weirdo. He smells kind of funny.
Yeah. He's always smelled that way.
I like your color. It's close to my color.
Yeah.
I'm green.
We're close.
You see Spit comes over and jumps onto your back. Casimir's just like, wait, what about me? What am I supposed to do here? I guess I'll just wait to get pulled up all the way. Eventually, you guys are able to get all the way back up.
I land gracefully. And just like,
I stop pulling because I don't really care. And I go over to Spit. You okay, buddy?
Okay. I'm okay. It's okay. I'm good. I did it. I did it.
Very
You
good
did
job.
do it. You did a great job, Spit.
Good
And I-
job.
Is
I hold
Casimir up
I
yet?
give him like a little fist pump.
Yeah, he gives you a fist bump. Eventually, Casimir gets pulled all the way up, and he's like, oh man, that was way more exciting than anything I've done in years. I don't remember the last time I was actually on the battlefield. What in the world? What was I thinking?
You didn't die.
I run over to Spit and I pull him in for a hug. Don't you ever do that again.
I go up to
you
Uatan.
mean get caught by a creature and unwillingly fly away?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
I go up to Uatan and I'm like, puff my chest out. And friend. And I flex real hard. And who are you? I'm just making my pegs do the dancing
Oh
thing.
my god.
I put
Who are you? And what
we
are
even
you
see
doing here?
I put
Under
my
your
hand
cloak.
on Francisco's chest and I say, and I kind of like whisper towards Uatan. He, just so you know, he's intimidated by your
No, you shut up, Spit.
attractiveness.
Me, shut up.
I'm whispering. I'm
Uh,
whispering. Shh,
No, no,
you
no.
can't
I can
hear me.
No, you're not very good at whispering. You're so loud.
He's intimidated by you.
No, I'm not. Shut up. Who are you? And what are you doing here?
You are much bigger than I am.
Also, way more attractive. Too.
Oh my gosh.
He's intimidated in another
In some
way.
circles, sure, yeah.
I make myself like 100% hotter. Just.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, in some circles, the kid is,
I'm hot.
exactly.
I'm checking Spit
Looks
all
like-
over for.
Francisco, looks like you got some competition in more than just one person.
Oh goodness.
You
I
guys
give him
see,
like a look like,
Anyway,
as you guys are talking, you see that Zula comes running over in her werewolf form, and she's just bawling, I can't believe the little green one almost died and went over the edge. What happened? Oh my goodness. As she runs over and picks up Spit. You'll never live again, little one. Oh my goodness. I can't believe. Oh, my cubs. This is ridiculous.
The werewolf who is enemy of Strahd. Got it.
okay, well, also,
Wait.
now I need to know who you are really.
Yeah.
Because, like, aside from being less attractive than me, obviously, I need to know, like, who you are so we can trust you.
We owe you our thanks.
Oh, that too, I guess.
Sure, okay. I'm Uatan.
Okay,
I'm a
Nice to
water
meet you.
genasi.
okay.
And
What is your
how did you get here? You
You
seem to not be from Barovia.
Well, I'm assuming that you are not, considering you have one of the keys to destroying Strahd with you.
yeah, let me guess, you got a set of cards?
I don't have them.
But you know of them?
Yeah. I am the seventh prince of where I come from. not a whole lot for someone in my position to do, so I joined an adventuring party and we pretty quickly got swept up here. And I give Casimir a look. And we were told about an Amber Temple.
Yes, hello, Atan. It's been a while.
Yeah.
I told you not to come up here without me.
I don't think you would have been that useful, all things considering.
Well, I would have been able to warn you of a few things here and there, but at least...
Which you could have done in the first place.
Well, no, because I didn't know about them completely. I knew about enough to help us go through a few things here and there, but you might have been in a better position if you would have brought me. Where are your compatriots?
I don't know. Not
What
for
do you-
sure.
What do you mean? What happened?
We made it into the temple, got into a certain area, and we had to split up. I haven't seen them since.
How long ago was that?
It's been a couple of years.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've tried to go back for the temple, see if anything is inside, but there are countless numbers of traps and things that are difficult to get through by yourself.
Well then, if that is the case, I am going to sit down and take a breather for a second because I am a little bit hurt right now.
What time is it looking like at this point?
Probably about noon. Just after.
I get to take a short rest, like an hour or something, to patch up my burns and my stabs and the
Not a
poison.
terrible idea.
That's fine. Uton. Would you like to come in with us and see if we can find your party?
If you haven't guessed already, these are the new playthings of Strahd.
Yeah, I got that.
And they've gotten pretty far. They have done quite a bit. Like, as you can see, they've already found the enemy of Strahd.
My mom.
Which is pretty freaking awesome if you ask me.
That's interesting. Yeah, yeah, I'll go with you.
Cool.
Okay, well, let's rest up and I'll prepare a snack for everyone. We'll eat a little
Oh,
bit.
thank goodness. Do you have enchiladas, like the tortilla
That-
with the
I
chicken?
kind of go
takes
find
so
myself
much more
a
time.
corner, and I go sit down, kind of by myself.
Are
And
you
just-
guys just sitting outside?
Oh, where are we?
You guys, let me open up a map and I will
Yeah.
show you.
Yeah.
Good
Let's
idea.
see.
Yeah, please. By the way, I would like to mention that on the stream, I am getting the little points. Channel
Yeah,
points.
I see that too.
Yeah, which is
Channel
really cool.
points.
So we can actually do if you are watching a stream for a certain duration, you'll get channel points over time. These channel points can be used to spend on unlocking an emote for 24 hours or sending a message on the stream, things like that.
That's pretty cool.
A lot of that is automatically set up. I was looking at some of the ones we have, but you can make custom ones. Like we can make custom emojis and
Yeah.
things like that.
Good to know. We'll have to start doing that.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, so here is the wall and the path you guys have been through. You guys were fighting here, and it flew out this way. Uatan was up here in this tower, at the very top of the tower.
Okay, that helps so much with
Yeah.
visual.
So
Yes.
Okay.
So
I wouldn't-
how about you? So we're not out in the open, and you cause any more attractions. Follow
Are you
me.
saying that because I am very attractive?
Yes, you're a 10. Let's go.
Thank you.
I like
So-
Uton.
So you guys make your way into this tower. And you guys take a seat. This is where Uatan has been pretty much holding up for the last year or so, a couple of years. You can see there's a little fireplace here, and there's stairs going up the tower, and a trapdoor that leads up to the very top, and that's where Uatan was, on the 3rd floor at the very top.
Okay. Very good.
So while we're out there, I'm going to kind of go through my stuff, kind of put some things on the pockets on the inside of my vest trench coat thing, and kind of like look through some things that I have and sit down. Looking sentimental.
So you guys all enter into the tower, and Uatan starts going through his things. As you guys sit down, you see that Casimir takes a seat next to the fire, starts rubbing his head, and pulls his cowl back. And as he does, you see for the first time where pointed ears are supposed to be, they're gone. He has no ears.
No ears or no points on his ears?
No ears. His ears are
Just
gone.
kinda-
All there are is holes.
Do they look like they've been cut off so there are scars and stuff?
Mm-hmm. There's scars, yeah. It looks like they've been cut off. And he's just sitting there and he's rubbing his head.
Kinsley tries to ignore this and not ask questions and continues to prepare food.
And I actually, after a minute, will get up, kind of gather the remaining of whatever I've stored here food-wise, and I kind of put it in front of her. I won't say anything.
Do I see a fireplace?
Yes, you do.
I'd like to produce some flame and control it to go into that fireplace and start a fire.
Cool.
I'll make us a quick food
I'm just
and then pass it
gonna
around to everybody.
take a short rest and roll some hit dice.
Yeah, you guys can take a short rest while you're there.
I don't get anything back from a short rest.
Oh, so I can roll hit die too, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
For yourself,
Roll
yes.
Hit die.
Ah.
Control table. What is the hit die?
So when you
yours should
open up
say-
short rest, it will tell
1d8
you.
plus 1.
There you go.
So you can roll 1d8, add 1, and you can do that for every box that is under your wizard, or mine's wizard, but yours would be a druid. So if you have if you have 7 boxes, you can roll it 7 times.
If you don't have
add-
any
It
boxes, you can only do it once.
Does it reset with
A
long rest?
Yep.
Long rest.
It'll automatically reset when you hit that long rest button.
Okay, so I could do all of them if I wanted.
Or you
You
could
could.
just do a handful of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can
Keep
do as
in
many as you
mind,
want, so long
yeah.
as.
All right.
the middle
so I
of
only
the
rolled
day.
a 2 for the first one. And that's
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I do it one at a time to see if I need to add any, depending on
Right.
how I
Same.
roll.
I'd
And
like
don't
to
forget
at
to
least be at
add your
40 to
modifier.
30 hit points. Oh, you're right.
Yeah. So it should be whatever your constitution
You said a
modifier
plus
is.
1, so it would be
Yeah.
plus 1.
Okay. So you
So
guys are
then
sitting there
Plus 1.
for however many dice you rolled. So if you rolled 2 dice, it's...
Did it.
Yeah. So you guys are sitting there. Kinsley makes some food. You guys rest for a little bit. You eat up. You're starting to feel a little bit better. Casimir eventually stands up and puts his cowl back on. So, shall we continue?
Yes.
Probably for the best.
So, I don't want to get too personal, but you're missing something on your head. What happened there?
Yes, sometimes I forget. I'm sorry. So I told you... I told you how all the women and children of my clan have been killed because of my sister and how we stoned her to death. Correct? Did I tell you about that?
Yeah, you told us about that.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yes. My sister attempted to go back to Strahd and wanted to be his wife. And before he could take hold of her, we stoned her to death for breaking our laws. And, I instigated that. So as punishment, Strahd had my ears removed and killed all the women and children.
Oh,
It's too bad he couldn't do it himself. He was too busy, I guess. Instead, he sent his chamberlain, Rahadin, another dusk elf.
ooh.
He came and killed everyone and removed my ears. Rahadin is not someone you want to mess with.
Sounds like we are going
He
to have
is
to kill
no
him
longer
eventually.
dusk elf. He was removed from his clan a long time ago and has been at the side of the von Zarovich family for a very long time. Even before Strahd, he served Strahd's father.
Oh, dang.
If he is
they're-
ever around, I suggest do not tangle with him. He is pure evil.
they should, okay.
Do you ever miss your ears?
They are a reminder of the sin I committed and the sins my family have committed. They remind me to move forward and do the best I can for those I love in my clan. So, do I miss them? Yes. Am I ashamed that they're gone? No. I hide them because it makes others uncomfortable, but not because I am ashamed to not have them.
It's pretty bad day if you ask me. Holy crap. It's,
Oh, I'm
too
surprised
hard.
I survived. I lost a lot of blood.
Ew. Not that-
Anyway,
Yeah, well, let's keep going. Okay.
So, you guys leave the tower. Let me pop that map back open real quick.
Yeah.
You guys leave the tower and start heading northward. I believe it's north. Where's the key? Yeah, eastward, back around the mountain. And I gotta open my descriptions.
Ew.
So eventually, you guys get to the a western arch that leads on to a bridge, and you see that the snowy pass comes to a gorge spanned by a stone bridge. At each end of the bridge is a 30-foot tall, 30-foot wide stone arch. Atop each one are two statues of armored knights on horseback with lances, charging toward one another. The wind bites and howls like wolves as it passes through the gorge.
as we're approaching the statues, I would like to use shape water and form a snowball in my hand. One
Okay.
in each hand, and I'd like to throw one at each of the statues to make sure they're not alive.
Okay,
That's
give
fair.
me a dex check. Not
gosh.
not a saving throw, just a dexterity check.
Okay, it's gonna be a straight roll. First one's a 6.
Yeah,
Let's
so
use
the
a-
first one misses.
Let's
What
use
about
a
the
different
second one?
dice. Okay, the next one's only a 3. So as everyone
They're not
aware,
moving. It's not a hard DC, but you still miss.
Oh my god.
as everyone sees me throw it like an inch in front of me,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and instead use shape water to put a snowball above each one and let it fall out.
Okay, you do that. I won't make you do anything for that. They drop and they just land on top of the statues. Nothing happens.
Better yet, I pretend that I throw it, but I'm actually using shape water.
You're using shape water.
I don't know. Are you okay, me? The first one didn't seem to go too far.
Not at all.
We don't talk about it.
Okay, if that's what makes you feel better.
I just give me a pat on the back.
Thanks.
Our power is not in our physical form, but in the forms that we control. And I walk.
Okay.
Okay.
You start walking over the bridge and you see the low
I'm being
walls.
careful. I'm being
Okay.
careful.
Yeah. You see that the low walls that enclose the stone bridge have fallen away in a couple of places, but the bridge appears intact. A black cloaked rider on a charcoal-colored horse guards the middle of the bridge. Uaton, having been here for a while, you know that this is just a mirage, or not even a mirage. It's a
An illusion?
manifestation illusion.
I walk through it.
You walk right through it. You guys, as Uaton is getting close, see that the visage looks like a dark shadow, essentially with a cloak on its hood. From far away, you wouldn't have been able to tell. But Uaton essentially knows... Uaton essentially knows that this is simply Strahd trying to keep people from going up this way.
Poke it with the glaive and try to like make a cut fast enough into it that I can write my name.
I sit there and watch him do this for a second, put my hand on his shoulder, and just shake my head and just, come on.
But that's fine. You can try it. You can try it too.
I slowly confiscate his stick and I take it out and then I chuck it over the bridge.
What, wasn't that your, the
That was
glaive?
my glaive.
Oh, wait.
He wouldn't even be
Wait,
able.
you wouldn't
I
even
thought
be
it
able to
was
pull
a-
it from my
I thought
hand.
I thought it was
No,
a stick.
it
You
was
said a
the
I
stick.
smack
glaive.
you.
You said okay. If it was the glaive, then I don't do that. But I slowly try to confiscate the glaive to make you stop.
Yeah, he would have had to make a opposed strength check. So, yeah. Didn't
I thought you said
No.
stick.
No.
Like I thought you picked up a twig
I was
or
gonna
something.
say, then you're the one that's gonna be paying Aphrodite for that, not me.
Yeah, you still owe Aphrodite. Okay,
He's gonna be so pissed.
so you guys...
I would have
begin-
been pissed. That was my only magical weapon.
So you guys start making your way up around the mountain. Eventually, the road fades away under a covering of snow. But it takes you far enough to see the facade of some kind of temple carved into the sheer mountainside ahead. The front of the structure is 50 feet high and has 6 alcoves containing 20-foot tall statues. Each statue is carved from a single block of amber and depicts a faceless, hooded figure, its hands pressed together in a gesture of prayer. Between the two innermost statues is a 20-foot tall archway with a staircase leading down. Let me bring this over. Where is my button? There it is.
Button. I need a button.
Button. You guys see? I'm getting fancy.
Yeah.
Yee.
Yeah.
This is what you guys see.
I like it.
Alright.
You guys have made it to the outside of the temple. What do you do?
I go up to a statue and I chuck a rock at it.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, you chuck
I
a
mean,
rock
I guess
and
learning
nothing
from my
happens.
mistake, I use shape water and put one above of each of the statues and let it drop.
Okay, and nothing happens.
Go up to the entrance and check for traps.
Okay, so give me 1 second.
I'm gonna go ahead and gather as much snow as I can in my 5 by 5 foot cube of shape water, and I'm just gonna let it like hover by me, just in case I need to use some emergency liquid.
Okay, Kinsley, go ahead and give me an
Or statue.
investigation
Chuck
check.
snow at
I got a 16.
A 16. You don't see anything that appears to be trapped.
Uaton. You've been in here before.
Yeah.
Is there anything that we should know before going in?
DM, is there anything we should know before I go?
So you guys didn't get very far. You essentially got to the front courtyard, and your friends went to the left, and you went to the right. Being the strongest in your party, you were confident you could be alone. You went to the right, and felt a feeling that you should turn around and go the other way, and you went back, and your friends were essentially gone. So this, as far as you've gotten into the temple, was not very far at all.
We didn't really get inside before they disappeared. Yeah.
Should I be in front in case something tries to attack us?
Yeah,
Also,
he's
I have
our
a 20
mutual.
AC.
So Kinsley, then
fine.
me. I will be right behind Kinsley, so I can stab from behind her with the glaive. Just use it.
And, what's his name?
Casimir?
Yeah, Casimir. Casimir, do you know anything that we need to be wary of?
Well, I've heard of the Amber Temple, and I have watched it from afar for a long time. The only thing I have really noticed is that sometimes dark figures do come and go. Or a dark figure. Something. And I have felt a dark presence here. Something does not...
He
We
doesn't
just-
know.
We need to be careful.
Okay, well, I gathered that much.
Mom,
What is it, dear? What can I do for you?
is there any way that you could, I don't know, use your sense of smell and see if there's anything that we need to be careful of going in here? I'm just trying to be really careful.
I'd
I
like
I
to
have a really
sniff
bad
around
feeling
as
about
well.
this.
Let me see. She does a perception check with advantage because it has to do with smell.
You see, you see me starts inhaling.
Yeah, give me an a perception check with advantage because you too are a werewolf.
All right. Okay, so the first one was 17 plus perception, or
Nah, yeah, it's just plus your perception.
okay, 22.
Okay. You are getting a lot of funky smells coming through here. In general, it's just a lot of must and old and decay.
Smells like old people,
Smells like death.
like people dying, old people. Like
I'm going to go towards
like the old
stairs.
people you like snap and you kill them all, Kinsley.
And I'm going to try to see if there are any kind of traps or anything. Just kind of
Kinsley
did.
checked.
Oh, you did?
And
Okay.
she didn't find anything.
Never mind then.
I'm taking initiative.
Let's go ahead and go outside, yeah?
Yeah.
I do want to still be more towards the front.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I'll move you there. And you guys walk in. And give me 1 second. I gotta open up my description of stuff. There we go.
What time is it in the day?
It is, you guys took an hour break and you went around probably around 3 or 4. So, you guys go through the entrance and you see that icy steps descend 10 feet to a time-ravaged hallway with arrow slits in the walls, right there. Beyond the hall lies a vast sepulchre of darkness. You continue through, and you see... Let me switch to this and switch to that and go...
Is it really dark?
It is not super dark.
I'm going to go ahead and give everyone Eyes of Night. So anyone who doesn't have dark vision now does.
Yay!
You guys move in to this promenade. And you see a 20-foot wide balcony of black marble with a shattered railing overlooks a vast temple. Black marble staircases at each end of the balcony descend 30 feet to the temple floor. The vaulted ceiling is 30 feet above the balcony. The walls and ceilings are covered in an amber glaze, lending the gloom a golden sheen. A set of amber doors stands closed at the west end of the balcony. A similar pair stands open at the east. Closed, open.
Okay. Is there anything? So
like how I'm in the back.
can we see down down the balcony? Can we see what's on the ground floor?
On the ground floor, yeah. From the top, you see 4 black marble columns support the vaulted ceiling of the temple. 1, 2, 3, 4. At the north end of which stands a 40-foot tall statue of a cowled figure in flowing robes. The statue's stony hands are outstretched as if in the midst of casting a spell. Its face is a void of utter blackness. You cannot see it. The ominous statue stands between 2 black marble balconies, one of which has partially collapsed and fallen on the temple's black marble floor, in front of an open doorway. Underneath here, there's an open doorway. The walls of the temple are sheathed in amber, and the doors leading from it are made of amber as well. Arched hallways coated with amber lead from the temple to the west and east. That's underneath this way and underneath that way. Flanking these exits are alcoves that hold white marble statues of robed human wizards with pointed hats and golden staves. One of them has toppled over and lies shattered on the floor. That's underneath here. I can actually... This is the bottom floor. So if you guys came off the balcony and down here, these are the hallways you'd see. This is the open door under the shattered balcony. And then this is going down. And there's another door under the balcony here that is being covered up.
Do I recognize? I probably wouldn't, but do any of these statues feel familiar? Have we seen these in previous temples around Barovia or no?
No.
It's okay, completely different.
I would like to walk up to the big statue.
You want to come down?
What?
Yeah, I'll cautiously go down the steps.
I will follow behind him
and
just,
going to
protect him.
I'm going to have one bit of my 5x5 cube of snow, and toss it at the face of the big statue.
Oh my gosh!
And then have but I'm gonna have it go through the hand into the face.
Okay. So, the face, you walk up to this statue, and you see that the face is pitch black. You can't even see a face. And as you approach it,
Oh no!
suddenly,
Nope.
This is why I'm with
Here
him.
it comes. This is why you don't go walking up to statues.
You don't go up to strange statues.
I mean, someone's gotta walk down the stairs first.
where
Don't
is
blink.
that? Okay.
Actually, you might want to blink in this case.
Does a 16 hit?
Yeah. What's hitting
Okay.
me?
So suddenly, out of the face comes a fireball, and it lights you up. Is that a
Wait.
D10?
Oh wait, I don't have. But it would be a reaction. Darn it. I was thinking maybe I could do control flame to stop it. Could I try to see if I'm fast enough? Maybe.
Just a sec. I have to look at this. I gotta see what is this. Okay.
I mean, I guess if it hits.
Yeah. So it does 9 points of fire damage to you. Everyone, roll me initiative.
Oh
Wait,
man.
what are we fighting? Me looks
Big
around
statue now.
confused.
That's a
That's a
21.
And
Hold on.
new dice time. All right,
21
let's go
for
with the ocean
Francisco. Kinsley,
11.
me,
one. 7.
and Utan.
11.
Okay. Francisco, you are first. You just saw a fireball fly out and smack me in the face.
Okay. Do I see anything else?
That's all you saw. A fireball flew out of the face of this statue and hit me in the face.
Oh.
I look like one of those like movie moments where like the kid in the science class who has the like beaker blow up in front of them or whatever. I have like the
Yes,
smoke
that's
coming
fun.
off of me. I just
That's
cough
awesome.
and smoke comes out.
Pues, I don't know what to do.
Throw thing in face.
I would
Shoot it!
I would like to, I guess, hold a reaction for something to happen. Yeah, I will go down the stairs and hold like an attack action in case something comes out and attacks me.
Okay, so you go down the stairs and you hold
Yeah.
your reaction.
Yeah, for in case something comes after me. So I have my
Okay.
glaive ready to go.
Next is Casimir. Let's see, what is he gonna do? He is going to come down as well and kind of hide behind this little post. Because he doesn't know what's going on either, and he's squishy. So he's gonna make a stealth check. Remember that. Okay, and now it is the statue's turn again. This time it turns
What?
and shoots a firebolt. Actually, it's going to keep shooting at me.
Rude. I make a certain gesture at the statue.
Does an 11 hit? I don't think it does.
No, it
Okay, so the fireball goes wide and misses this time. Zula, it is her turn. She is going to, I guess, since we're in combat now, we have to go by actual what we can move now. And she's got 30 feet, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's going to be her move. Suddenly, fireballs start flying out from over here, from
It's
the
the
upper
statues.
balcony, out of these arrow slits.
Wait, what?
Yep. Suddenly, fireballs. These are arrow slits. And this is like, it goes into a hallway, fire shooting down onto the floor at you guys.
That's not nice.
They
They need to stop. I didn't give them permission.
You don't give them permission. I don't think you
There's
get a
no
choice.
consent here.
No consent.
I don't think you get a choice. And actually, it's not fireballs. They are firing magic missile.
Oh, so it can't even dodge.
Nope. And so
fine.
it is going. Oh, don't tell me that happened.
Well, let's see.
Oh,
What can I do to
dude,
protect
you
myself?
You guys, I hit a button, and I think it ruined stuff.
Uh-oh.
No.
Again.
Yeah, it did again.
No.
Does everyone
but-
remember their initiative or not? We barely
Yeah.
started.
Yeah, I remember.
mine was
7.
21.
Okay, Francisco was 21. Me was 7.
And then I was 11.
And I was also 11.
And you were 11. And then that was 5. And I don't remember Zula, so I'll just make hers up. Sorry, guys.
You said there were wizard statues down there?
Yes, at the bottom there are.
But the spells were coming from the arrow slits above.
Mhm.
Right.
Okay. So this is all screwed up, just so you guys know. So it's going to be a weird, different initiative.
It's fine.
Francisco went, Casimir went, the statue went, and now from up top, magic missiles are getting shot down. And the first one's going after me.
Stop it! Rude.
That's 9 points of damage to me.
And
the next
I took
one's-
some of those hit points.
Yep, and the next one's going after Francisco.
I would like to use my held action now to try and shoot at one of these statues with my crossbow.
So it's not the statues that are shooting at you right now. It's these arrow slits.
I know, but I don't like how those statues, those wizard statues are looking, so...
The ones that are down at the bottom.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Okay. So one of these statues you're going to shoot at?
Yeah.
Okay. So you do that, but you also take 9 points of damage.
Okay, cool. I'll take them.
Okay, so use your reaction to shoot at
That's a 20 to hit.
that hits.
Okay. That I rolled so low. That's 2 points of damage to the wizard statue.
Okay, you shoot it and you see that a little piece chips off.
Nah.
That's right. Get in my aim.
Okay, it is now Uatan's turn. I'm skipping Zula, by the way, because she already went.
Why is me so close?
Because he
I
wanted
was,
to.
I was
walked
only
up
going.
there.
I was only walking up to about like 30 feet because that's the range of shape water. So
Well,
Okay.
he walked up to the statue. He told me. So
yeah, so I walked up within range.
That was
and I
before-
was throwing it. Yeah, that
that's
was
before initiative started.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So then I'm going to shout, left or right, pick a way out. And I'm going to try and see if casting minor illusion to mimic another medium creature, because it's a 5x5 illusion. So I'm going to try and see if I can create another target.
Okay. So where are you creating the target?
I'm going to actually put it in front of me.
Actually, let's change the color to red.
Before I want to try a cantrip before I use a spell. And if anyone has Dispel Magic, maybe give that a try.
Okay.
Nope. Level 1 sorcerer, baby.
Okay. It is now Kinsley's turn.
So I'm actually gonna go into the room to the left.
The one that has a closed door?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Though probably checking for traps, I guess. Because
Okay, give me-
it's coming from the top part, right?
Yes.
The balcony up.
Correct.
Okay. So I'm trying to make my way into there, so I will investigate the door and make sure that I can go through it.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
That's only gonna be an 8.
An 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gucci. That's fine.
You don't find any. You don't find
Okay,
any.
well, I'm gonna go through the door then.
Okay. So. Oh, that can't be right. Let me see. There's like a million things here, so I have to... Okay. So you open the door. And as soon as you do, you see that torches in sconces light this bare stone room. 6 bedrolls made of stitched animal furs cover the floor. Cold air enters through a fissure in the southwest wall. You see that sitting on those cots is a big gladiator woman with 5 berserkers and a dire wolf.
I closed the door.
So you turn around and close the door. I didn't realize you guys were going to include more in this. I gotta roll more initiatives.
Oh no! Wait.
I wanted to shut off the things.
Oh my gosh.
I need a long rest, y'all. I need to redo some spells.
Yeah.
I'm going to bonus action spiritual weapon above the door.
Okay.
And I'm backing up.
I'm
and
good.
telling him,
I give Kinsley a look.
not good. Not good. I'm going to back up as far as I can. Just with spiritual weapon above the door. And I'm going to cast that at 3rd level.
A spiritual weapon at 3rd level.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Makes sense. Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
that's the
Okay.
story of my life.
Okay. Now these guys are not going to take a turn until next round. So
Oops, back me up. Back me up.
Okay, yeah, you said you're backing up how far?
As far as I can go, because I literally took
5, 10,
2
15,
steps.
20, 25.
That's about where I can be. Would be right in front of me, or a spit.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause it took
Right.
me two squares to get there.
I don't like my position.
You're not even
I have my spiritual weapon right above the door. It's fine.
you're not
I
even
am
going
a
to try
wizard.
you're not even going to try to block the door or anything, huh? You're not going to try to hold them off. You're just running away.
I did not prepare lock.
Okay.
So many.
I have knock, not lock prepared.
Me, it's your turn.
I'd like to cast invisibility on myself.
Okay. Me. Yeah,
Not
very
even mad.
fair. Me goes invisible.
My bad, guys. My bad.
And then I would like to walk in a not obvious spot that whatever shooting at me may think to shoot. And I'm actually going to stand. Let's see, I can go. Does diagonal count as 5
Yes,
feet
you can
or
go
10 feet?
5.
Okay,
You can do that.
so let's see. I would like to go to the 3rd square down from the left staircase's hole or like pillar. So down, not on the stairs. I'm not going on the stairs. I'm going to the side of the stairs. No, right.
This way?
Down. There.
Okay, so
That's
you were
30
here, 5,
5,
10,
10,
15,
15,
20,
yeah.
25, 30. Perfect.
Yep. And I'm invisible. I'm like, okay.
Okay, and there's your invisibility square. That is awesome. Okay. It's now Spit's turn. So, Spit is going to go 5, 10, 15. Actually, wait. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. No, he wants to be able to shoot 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And
no, he's
he
gonna
is
be
now
split.
underneath this, essentially. They don't have line of sight on him because he's down near the wall and floor. But he is going to shoot blindly with his bow and arrow into this. And I have to look up a rule real quick.
Come on, Spit. Whatever's there, you can hit it.
Okay. He is going to take some shots.
Shot.
Oh man, I don't think it's even possible for him to... Let's see. It's possible, but he missed both times. It is now one more thing up here's turn. It's going to take a magic missile shot at Francisco.
But of course.
And you take 11 points of damage.
Fun in the sun.
Francisco, it is now your turn.
I don't know what to do.
I don't know what to do.
I don't know what to do.
Yo, I need a long
Y'all, man, should I just go up and just start stabbing this statue?
Can you climb and climb it and try to get into the dark bits?
That's a good idea. I am going to run up to the statue.
That's a good idea.
And climb up it and start stabbing into the black void of the face.
20. Okay, give me an athletics check to see if you can climb up the front of this thing.
Okay, perfect.
That's a good idea.
Athletics check, I'm good at those. That's going to be a 23.
Okay, yeah.
Pretty good.
You are able to climb up to this thing, and you stick your face into the blackness. And
No, you were just going to stick my face into it. I was going to stab into it.
Okay, so go ahead and make an attack roll.
Perfect. Not 20, baby!
Nice.
Yeah!
Let's see if it does anything.
Yeah, I mean, a nat 20, go ahead and make do your damage.
So I just double the dice roll, right?
Yes. No. Yeah. Don't roll twice. Just double the damage. Double the roll.
Right.
And then
okay.
add your modifier.
So I rolled really badly. Even with being able to roll ones, that was just bad. Okay. So, 7, 8, 2. So, I'm also going to make this a fainting attack.
Okay.
I rolled that poorly on my damage. So 2, 7, 13 points of damage to the black void. That is there.
That's not bad.
And I will take my second attack.
Okay.
Does a 16 hit?
Misses.
It misses. Okay, I stab into the black void. I'm like, what is in there? Stop shooting me!
Okay. Let's see. It is now Casimir's turn. And he's going to turn to everyone. He's going to yell up and be like, Kinsley, what did you see in that room? Why did you turn away?
Not good.
You guys, it's not a bad idea to run away and come back.
I am on a statue.
Not a good idea.
This couldn't have been said before.
There's a lot in that room.
There are things coming out that we can't see. We didn't plan ahead very well. And if there are things in there, we might be overpowered. Just saying.
You might be right.
So what you're saying is that I should not have climbed the statue.
Retreat?
Probably.
You guys want to disengage?
Yeah. There's so much in that room. I was not prepared for that.
Okay,
Everyone has to agree to disengage.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
Okay.
invisible, trying not to die.
I agree.
Okay.
At this, I slowly
get outta
start
here.
making my way, or I make my way quickly, but I'm invisible, so.
So this is what we're gonna do.
Sorry.
I'm gonna say all of you are able to run out as you are dodging.
Uatan would not immediately leave until everybody's out.
Okay, Utan waits. Everyone is able to make it out. And then Uatan leaves. However, these guys come running through.
My spiritual weapon's
Do they
there.
see my illusion in front of the thing?
Let me see if how perceptive they are. I'll roll 1 for the barbarians, 1 for the gladiator, and 1 for the wolf.
Okay.
Okay. They all rolled really poorly, so they don't see it. But they all come running out. And let me get these open real quick so I can delete this stuff.
Really quick. As they're coming out, I'm going to position myself off to the side, and
This side or that side?
the left side,
Okay.
And then I'm going to, the moment I see one stepping out, I'm going to hold up my hands and I'm going to cast Hold Person on the first person I see. So that way they block the others.
Okay. So for the purpose of this, because it is an entirely different encounter. Just a sec.
It is a wisdom save of 13.
Okay. We are going to re-roll initiative
Okay.
because I have to jump to another encounter thing, which will make it 10 times easier.
Oh. That was an accident.
Okay.
That was a
Kinsley.
good roll, but it was an accident.
Oh, Kinsley disappeared. Me, what'd you get?
All right, I shall reroll because that other one was an accident. It was a 14, but if I roll lower, oh well. Yeah, I got a 4 this time.
Okay.
All right, you said we're re-rolling initiative.
Yep, Francisco.
14.
I got what I accidentally rolled.
Uatan.
But
15.
Kinsley.
13.
Okay, let me roll for these guys.
because I'm doing this the moment I see them, does it count as, like, not part of, like, waiting for the initiative to do it?
Well, they know you're there. They know, like, you can't really have a surprise.
Well, not
surprise
necessarily
wouldn't-
surprise, but, like, as we're getting out, holding a reaction to do that, I guess.
Well, you would have had to been first in line to hold a reaction to do something. And you rolled really low on your initiative. So, because they know they're coming out for a fight, it's hard to surprise someone that actually knows what's going on. But what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break. Because it's already 8 o'clock. And
Oh
I
my
can't believe it's
goodness.
already 8 o'clock.
Boy.
It's
Yeah.
been so long.
It's,
We're
yeah,
having so
I
much
didn't
fun.
even realize. Yeah, this is a big dungeon, guys. Like, this is intense.
saw.
You can't just start opening doors. Like, you're gonna have to.
I
This is the
know.
most intense dungeon we have run so far. So, everyone at home, thank you for watching. Hope you are enjoying this. We do have some big news. This show is getting converted into a podcast. We have been in the process of doing that already, and it was up on our website. However, starting this week, it is officially on Spotify. Yeah. So if you want to start from the very beginning and you like listening to podcasts and maybe sometimes watching shows on YouTube or on Twitch is a little cumbersome, you want to listen in your car on the way to work, blah, 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 you can start listening to our show on Spotify. We cut out the lots of arguing. We cut out the over role playing for little things that don't really matter. We keep the good content. We take out filler. Usually I take out about an hour's worth of stuff. So it's a little more fast paced, and yeah, you don't have to worry about me, the DM, fumbling with stuff. So that is up there to watch if you are interested. You can also access it on our website, lakesidelegends.com. Legends with a Z, of course. So we are going to take a quick break. It is 8:01 now, so 10 minutes. We'll be right back at 8:11. We will see you guys in a little bit. Okay, we are back. Let me get all my junk back up so I can see what's going on. Okay,
Say that so.
we are now back outside. And you guys have a bunch of baddies coming up. So, running out here. That looks dumb. Let me change it. So this, you can't even see that, and it doesn't change color. What in the world is going on? Boom. Okay, that
Aw.
is the gladiator.
Oh,
He just wants love.
He just wants
is love?
love.
baby,
Baby, don't hurt me.
1, 2. No, that one looks dumb.
Oh,
3,
dirt.
4, 5 berserkers, and
5
then
berserkers.
yep.
I don't even know what that
As
means.
in, not a barbarian, a berserker.
Yeah. 5 berserkers. 6 berserkers. I'm sorry.
So not the same as a barbarian where
Jeez
everything is
Louisa.
raged in half damage.
Yes, not the
So
Not the same.
because
Okay.
I haven't done held person, I'm still invisible, right?
Yes, unless
yes.
you've cast a spell or done an action.
Okay, so
attack.
because initiative I wasn't able to. So I'm
You're still invisible. Yep. You are still invisible.
I miss my guns.
I don't want to die.
Me neither. But
So you
I'm going
guys,
Guys!
you guys come running outside, and as you do, this gladiator, berserkers, and direwolf are right on your heels, and they come running out, and the gladiator goes, "This is my hunting ground. What are you doing here? You all die!" And she
No.
starts running. You guys see Spit. Spit runs up to meet her, takes out his sword, and he starts swinging at her.
What? Spit, no!
That's right, Spit. Sure. Who's the
I
real fighter?
told you no!
I have to save my mommy and no one's gonna stop me!
Oh, Spit.
All right.
Let's see. What
gotta do what I can.
is this person's AC? Okay.
Okay.
He hits both times.
That's right, Spit. That's right.
Go
Mess her
Spit.
up.
Beat her up.
It does 15 damage to this gladiator. Just starts wailing. He is not happy. It is now Zula's turn. Zula's like, okay, I think we are in trouble. Time to rage. Just gets bigger, goes
Big
crazy on
barbarian
rage.
wolf mama.
And she too is going to run up, and actually she's going to run up to this berserker, and she's going to go after him. And she is going to take a claw and a bite attack. And raging is disadvantage. You don't get advantage on attacks, do you?
No.
No.
It's just
strength
half
checks and
damage
saving
strength
throws.
checks. Okay, that's right. For some reason, I was having a
Or
mind
strength
blank.
check.
12 and an 18.
Rip.
She hits once. She hits with her bite. 1d8 plus 3. So that is 7 damage to the first guy.
Decision.
And it is now Casimir's turn. Casimir is... Ooh, you know what? We are in dire straits at the moment, and I don't know if we're going to get through this, so I am just going to use this now. And he busts out a cone of cold.
Ooh.
See, so Constitution saving throws, and they have to make a con save of 14, and cone of cold, 60-foot cube. So he's gonna get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Essentially, these 5 will have to make it. Con saving throw. Okay, so let's see. That is
alright.
4 berserkers, and their con is 3. To fail to save, and then the gladiator fails. Okay, I'm gonna say these 2 saved, these 2 failed, and this one failed. So now that's 8d8. And then I believe it's halved for those who failed. Or those who saved. So yeah. So 8d8.
Yeah. My decision's so difficult.
Dang, that's like a lot of 2s and 1s. He only got 22 on these guys.
Dang.
So, this guy failed. This guy failed. This guy passed. This guy passed, and this guy failed. Okay, that is Casimir's turn. It is now this berserker's turn. He is going to attack Zula. Zula's got 13 AC. This is just me fighting myself for a while, guys.
Yeah.
He's gonna make a reckless attack. So he
No,
gets
don't do
advantage.
that.
And he hits.
No.
And he gets 1d12 plus 3. So that's 12 damage to Zula. It is now this berserker's turn.
Oh
He
my
too
goodness.
is gonna swing on her. You guys just your ace or your stuff is always so low compared to mine.
I know. I keep forgetting to give us a vigilant blessing to someone.
And he also he hits. Yep, because he did a reckless attack as well. Zula takes another 11 points of damage.
Are you having?
Yes.
Because she's raging.
Right.
I know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took a minute, but I got it.
Proud of you.
It's incredibly, maybe good idea.
Okay.
I know exactly what I'm gonna do.
I hope it fits.
It's now the dire wolf's turn, but he is stuck in the hall. He can't get through.
Wait, hold
Good.
on.
Stay there.
Exactly.
Uatan, it is now your turn.
Okay, so can I center a spell on that dire wolf? It's
Back
a
here?
20-foot radius.
You would have to get line of sight, and right now it's at the bottom of the stairs. You can't see it. You would have to get here to be able to see down the stairs to the dire wolf.
Okay. That's not gonna work then. Okay.
I know what I'm gonna do.
You guys want maps? This is what happens when I pull out maps.
Well, it makes
I
it
think
easier
so,
for
huh?
us.
Yeah.
Oh, easier to see, but there's more landscape that gets in the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I like that.
So where would I have to be in order to see that dire wolf?
You would have to
I
be
don't
at the top of
actually,
the stairs.
I don't actually have to see. Within range. Point you choose within range. 150. Okay. So I don't need to actually see the dire wolf. I just need to center it in that area.
Okay. You can center it above, like
Yeah.
where you assume would be above.
So
Is it an orb or is it?
it is 150 feet 20 by 20 foot. So it's a 20 foot this way. I'm trying. I want to cast fireball. Centering it on top of that square so that I'm hitting the gladiator and everybody behind them. So they would be on the edge,
Okay.
but not hit any of my allies.
So how wide? You said it's 20 feet
It's
wide.
a 20 foot. So I've been trying to
From the
count
center.
here. Yeah, if I use that as my center point.
So it'd be 5, 10, 15, 20. You would hit
Well,
spit. If you do
okay.
this center of this guy, it'd be 5, 10, 15, 20.
Right,
and you
right,
can
okay.
get I'll allow that. I'll say if you can get it above, then the 20 feet, it's going to be about 5. Well, how big are the stairs? It
feel like-
tells me.
Fireball is more of a lob. Like you're lobbing it.
Oh, you can lob it down the stairs, I guess.
Well, okay, so here's what the description says. A bright streak flashes from your pointing finger to a point you choose within range and then blossoms with a low roar into an explosion of flame. So it goes to where I want it to center on, and then it...
Right, but I'm sure it's a visual. Doesn't it say you have
It
to
has.
see the
it
object
doesn't
you're
s-
pointing
nope,
at?
Nope. A bright streak flashes from your pointer finger to a point you choose within range.
To a point you choose within chain. And,
So
and
I
it
could-
blossoms out.
Yep.
And it blossoms out into
And a 20-foot radius.
a 20-foot, like, orb.
Yeah. I mean, you can look up fireball.
Yeah, I just need to see 20-foot orb. Okay, that is correct. Okay, so with a 20-foot orb centered here, it would probably take... I'm trying to think of how deep the stairs are, though, because if the stairs are 30 feet down, then it's not going to get the direwolf at the bottom.
Right.
That's why I wanted to see the stairs,
Okay.
and it should tell me...
Well, isn't it each one like a 5, 10, 15? I mean, I can't tell. I don't know.
I know, technically, but it says, like, specifically, like, how...
Doesn't it
it's-
say 1 square equals 10 feet? the
Right,
bottom
that is
there?
correct, but usually in the description, it says the end of the balcony that's overlook. The number 2 is the stairs. Icy steps descend
So-
10 feet to a time ravaged. So it's only 10 feet. So yeah, it'll go 10 feet down to hit him, 10 feet out, 10 feet out.
I don't want to hit spit, so whichever I need to put in the point where it won't hit
Right.
spit.
So if you center it right here, it'll go 5, 10, 5, 10, and that's 20. So you have to center it on this guy, and it'll go 10 and 10. So you can
Okay.
get all of them. You just center it here, and it'll be 5 feet to him, and then 10 feet down to these guys. So it'll hit them all. So yeah,
Okay.
that's fine.
So they need to make a dex save of 14. And if they don't make it, they take full damage. If they make it, they take half damage, and I am casting it at 4th level.
Okay. So,
I
This-
did not grab enough d6s for 4th level spell damage. Hold on.
okay. Let me see. What was the DC again?
It is a dex of 14.
14. Okay, so first berserker behind the gladiator. Dex save is 12. He fails. Let's see. The gladiator dex of 21. He saves.
That's the one I wanted to fail, yo.
Sorry. The berserker on the staircase, 14. And the berserker at the bottom, a 2. And the dire wolf, nat 20.
What about the guys on the sides?
It's it's gonna blow out the door, but the guys on the sides are blocked because it's blossoming into the walls. It's not gonna it's not like a wave. It doesn't wave out. It's gonna expand and then blow, like it's gonna blow out the back and out the front. These guys aren't gonna get they'll get
This was
licked. But
not a great roll. Okay.
so
You
let
can
me
do it
write
too,
this
Maria.
down.
Okay. Math. Okay. Shh.
Guys, check out our podcast on Spotify at Lakeside Legendz. We've got up to episode 6 on
I
there.
hate you. I hate you. Ah, I hate you so much.
So if you want to listen to our show without having to see us look up all of these fantastic rules, check us out on Spotify.
Yes, do that.
Also, we've got a great website called lakesidelegends.com. And we've got all of our content there from Arcana Inc., different visual
Okay.
art.
So,
You got it.
27 points of fire damage because I rolled awful. For those that took full damage, and the ones that take half damage, it's 14 points of damage. Or do you roll up or do you round up or down?
You round down. You always
Okay,
round
so
down.
13 points of
Okay.
damage.
So I believe I said 3 of them saved and 2 of them failed, and one of the gladiator is one that saved. So that's 13, 27. And the wolf saved.
I hate it when the big spell rolls bad.
Okay. Sorry. It is now, I believe it's this berserker's turn. Oh no, it would be probably this one, because we have... That one went, that one went. Yeah, it's the one back here. It's his turn. So, let's go back to annotation.
Oh, I would also like to back up my full 30 feet of movement.
Oh, okay. Give me a sec. Back up your full 30 feet. 1, 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Way back here.
Well, isn't one square
yes.
10 feet?
No, it's
No,
not.
that was for the
Oh.
stairs.
No, it is saying 10 feet right here.
Oh, weird.
Oh,
That's
Wow,
what I
that's
thought.
that is
weird.
weird. Yeah, we're going to have to redo it then. So 10, 20, 30.
Okay, yeah.
That's crazy. Well, for the purposes of fighting, we're going to say it's 5. Just for fighting. But for moving, we'll say it's 10. I know it's dumb, but that's what we're going to do. So it's this guy's turn. He is going to come out. And I think he's just going to go after Casimir, I guess. Because he's right there. So he is going to take an attack. Oh, and he got a 16. That hits Casimir. Casimir is already still hurt, too. Because he doesn't get short rest stuff. So how much damage is he going to take? How much damage? Plus 5 to hit and 1d12 plus 13 or plus 3. So 7 damage to Casimir. He is not looking great. And it is now Francisco's turn.
Perfect. I'm going to go up to the guy that just stabbed Casimir, and I'm going to stab him back.
Go for it.
Okay, so first attack. It wasn't great. Is it 12 to hit?
Just misses.
Just misses. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Oh gosh, that flew far away. Let's see. That's a 27 to hit, and I will make this a fainting attack.
Okay, that hits.
Okay, so that is going to be 7, 11. It's going to be 17 points of damage, and I will action surge.
Okay.
Narsh.
So 2 more attacks, please.
Stabby stab.
It's going to be 18 to hit for the next attack.
That hits.
Let's see. That is going to be 9 points of damage. Then my last attack.
Okay.
Not bad, not bad.
Oh my gosh, I think this misses. This is a 12 again. So yeah, that misses.
Okay.
Unfortunate.
Francisco's turn is over. It is Kinsley's turn, and I screwed up on the encounter when it came to how many guys, and it benefits you guys. So,
Oh, good.
so this guy has not been hurt yet, so he's gone.
Okay. So, how is everybody looking?
I'm okay mostly, and I can I have my healing thingy.
Zula
still,
is
so.
mostly okay. Casimir is less.
looking-
Is he's at like half health.
I'm at 15. Ow.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
me is hurt way more.
Ow.
Me is also invisible, so you can't see him.
This
Yeah.
is true. Except maybe, can you see the blood pooling out from underneath?
My footsteps.
He's been burned. He hasn't
Oh, he's
been
burned,
stabbed.
I
He's
see.
been
Okay.
The
burned.
smoke
so there's
trail
no blood.
off my
Smoke trail.
So,
Ow.
shoot, man. Okay, so I have my spiritual weapon still up.
Oh, that's right. Let me
yeah.
put it out for you.
Yeah, it was above the door. So I will move that 20 feet closer.
Okay.
It's gonna take a bit to get there.
Boom. There you go.
Okay. And then I'll go ahead and use Aura of Vitality. And so healing energy radiates from me within a 30-foot radius.
Okay.
So I should be able to get just about everybody here except for
10, 20, 10,
well,
20,
you said
10.
that it
For attack. Okay, yeah. I'll include healing in attacks.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that should be able to get everyone.
Yeah. So I can only choose one person at a time.
Okay.
But I'll go ahead and give me 2d6.
That's great because you
healing.
don't have to see him for that because he's in
Right,
the aura.
exactly. He's in the aura. I don't have to look at him.
He's in
That's
the
pretty
Oreo.
cool.
Smart move, smart move.
7 points of healing to Yumi,
Oh, thank you.
and that will be my turn.
Okay. that is-
I want to move up. Yeah, I'm gonna move up next to the gladiator.
there.
Yeah, right there, because I want to
Okay.
take some hits and try to keep them distributed
Okay.
a little bit.
Sounds great. Okay, let's see. So it goes 1, 2, that's 3. So it is now this berserker's turn. Let's go back to annotation. And he is going to go, I guess, 10. I guess right here, yeah. And he's going to take a swing at Kinsley.
That was the plan.
Does a 16 hit?
No.
Okay, he misses. It is now the gladiator's turn. You see, this gladiator is a big woman. She has her hair tied up in a ponytail, and it goes down between her shoulder blades. She's wearing this like polar bear skin top, and it shows her shoulders and her arms, and she is huge. She stands heads and shoulders above all of the other berserkers. She's a big girl.
How
And
tall is she?
She's probably like 8 or 9 feet tall.
Okay,
Oh,
so she is
dang.
taller than me.
Big girl.
I'd like to
and
remember her appearance.
You see that in one hand, she has a big shield, and in the other she carries a giant spear.
She's got a shield, you guys.
And she looks down at Spit. She's like, "Oh, little one, you're not even worth attacking." So she's going to turn and try to look at Casimir. "Oh, all of you are weaklings. I cannot believe what you are. Why are you even up here in the mountains? This is ridiculous."
Casimir, get out of my way. I'll show her a real man.
She turns and looks. "At least this one, although looks like a deer, is big enough to fight." She's gonna take some swings at Kinsley.
Is she wearing armor?
She is wearing studded leather.
Okay. Okay, not too bad then.
Okay, so she is going to swing or throw her spear at Kinsley, or not throw, but like stab her spear at Kinsley. That's a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Ow! My toe.
And she's going to stab one more time with that. That's a 12. That misses.
Okay.
And then she's going to take her shield and she's going to try to smash it into you.
Easy Louisa.
And that's another 22 to hit.
Ugh, yes.
Okay. So what size are you, Kinsley?
I am considered large.
Okay, so you're not,
Believe.
make sure you,
Let me
Why-
just double check.
Why do the DM's dice have to land on our toes so heavily?
I know, right?
Like boulders.
I guess
Yeah.
technically it's my size is medium, but when it comes to carrying stuff,
Okay.
I'm considered large. My
My
carrying
Give-
capacity.
give me a strength saving throw.
Oh, that's
My-
not good.
toes.
That's a 2.
Ah,
my
fail.
goodness.
Kinsley's toes or hooves.
I should have shielded. I was debating and then I didn't do it.
You take 15 total damage and you're knocked prone.
Wait, Kinsley, do you have toes or do you
Yeah.
have hooves?
What? I'm not a tiefling. I don't have hooves.
Well, no, you're like
Firbolgs?
based on you're based on like a deer, and I know you're a firbolg, but
Firbolgs don't have hooves.
well,
They have normal
yeah,
feet.
but you could always say that your
I
firbolg
don't
is more
have
deer-like.
hooves. No.
Yeah, I was just wondering because
No.
like it's kind of
Anyway.
weird now to imagine her with toes.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, so it is now the berserker in the back's turn, but he's kind of stuck here. There's not much he can do because the dire wolf's in the way, and we have already established in this game that NPCs cannot move through each other, even though players can.
Aura
he's
of
kinda stuck.
Vitality is a concentration spell.
Oh, go ahead and give me a check. That's at least a 10 because you took 15 points of damage.
That was a natural one.
Ooh, the
Aw.
aura is gone.
Isn't-
Me, it is now your turn.
Okay.
That sucks.
So
Real
I'm gonna
hard.
use my movement to get behind Cashmere, right? Shash, 10, 20, 30. And then I am going to okay. So hear me out. Conjure animals doesn't say anything about them needing to be summoned on a surface. They just need to be summoned in a non-vacant space. So I would like to hold
Oh,
my
no.
hands up, and above the barbarian woman, the one with the heart, right? That's
The gladiator?
Gladiator.
the
Yeah.
gladiator woman. I'm going to snow is going to swirl above her, and as my invisibility drops, a polar bear is going to fall on
Oh
top
my
of her.
god.
This is awesome. Yes.
my
This is how
goodness.
spells are meant to be used.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I was thinking you're gonna summon an elephant or something.
I am going to
If
have
only.
her make a dex saving throw.
I think elephants are much higher.
I am going to have her make a dex saving throw, and she needs to at least get a 15 to get out of the way because she only has one way to go, or two ways to go. She's blocked off at almost every side.
Oh. Yeah, their CR
She
rating
just
4,
rolled a
otherwise-
nat 1.
Yes!
Oh my gosh. Oh my
Baby.
gosh. Suddenly,
Let's go.
Gosh.
I think I called the
giant-
polar bear Timothy.
suddenly,
Go, Timothy, go!
Timothy the giant polar bear lands on top of her and she is knocked prone.
Oh, that's lovely.
I'm going to
And
put
me is
them-
no longer invisible.
Yeah,
and me
no
is
longer
no
invisible.
longer invisible. She is now prone and has a polar bear on top of her. Can the polar bear
That's
attack in the
awesome.
same move, or do you have to, or the same time it's summoned, or do you have to wait?
If I remember correctly, you said that their initiative is rolled, so they would attack on my turn as I summon them, like I did with the spiders last time.
Okay, yeah. So go ahead and have your polar bear make an attack, and it's prone essentially.
Yep,
She's
and my
essentially pinned. So
Yep.
give him advantage on his attack.
And he's gonna do a multi-attack.
Yes.
Nice.
Get it.
All right, so first it's gonna be the bite, please. Okay, advantage. Okay, 13 plus 7. 7, 8,
That
9, 10.
hits.
That's dirty 20.
That
All right,
hits.
so that's 1d8 plus 5. Okay. Mwah, please, high numbers. 8 plus 5.
Nice. 13 damage.
13 damage for the first attack. All right, second attack. Let's go. Okay, so 15 plus 7,
That hits.
Yeah.
22. 2d6 plus 5. All right.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
All right, so that's 6, 7 plus 5. 12 points of damage.
12 points
Heck,
of
The
damage.
first,
Yeah,
the
dude.
first one was piercing. The second one is slashing.
Okay.
I don't know if that matters, but
No. You see that let me see something real quick.
druids.
So yeah, you see that this gladiator gets pinned onto the ground and this polar bear starts attacking her, and you can see in her face like the irony. She is a huntress. She goes after everything on these mountains, and suddenly the things she hunted before is now hunting her and pinning her down and attacking her, and she is not liking this.
That's amazing.
It is now
Awesome.
Spit's turn. Spit, too, is going to take advantage of her being pinned, and he is going to attack her as well. And he gets advantage because she is prone.
Go
He hits
Timothy.
both times.
Yeah.
All right, and Spit's short sword gets 1d6 plus 6. Nice. That's almost max damage on both.
Nice.
12, 18, 23 points of damage.
Whoa.
It is now Zula's turn. She's still attacking this first guy here. So she's going to take a couple attacks at him. And he attacked her recklessly. So
So she has
She gets an advantage.
So she gets advantage. So she hits him with her bite. And she hits with her claw. Okay, so her claw gets 2d4 plus 3. So that's 8 damage with the claw. And then 9 damage with the bite. So that's 9 plus 8, that's 17 damage. It is now Casimir's turn. Oh my gosh. The first like 5, 6 things are me. Yeah, the first 6 things are me. This is ridiculous. Casimir's turn. He is going to use Firebolt. He's just going to shoot Firebolt. What level? He's a 9th level spellcaster. So yeah, he'll do Firebolt. He'll do it in front of the berserker that's attacking him, right in front of him. And then Firebolt. Ranged spell attack is a plus 6 to hit. And he hits. So he gets to do, what is that, 2d10 to berserker number 1, 2, 3, 4. And where are my d10s? D10s. Nice, 14 points of damage. It's now berserker number 1's turn. And he's going to
My
attack Zula.
goodness, there's so
All
many.
right.
And he misses. Berserker number 2 is attacking Kinsley.
And I am prone.
And you're prone, so he gets advantage, but I'm pretty sure 19 hits.
Nope.
What? Oh, that's right. Your AC
I
is
have
20. Oh, crazy.
What's up? What's up?
It is the dire wolf's turn. It's going to move up. And actually, that's kind of a tough thing. I'm going to say they can move sideways through that. But that was his 10, 20. How much can he move? 50,
Oof, boy.
30. Or no, he'll go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50.
I don't like that trajectory.
Uatan, it is your turn.
Okay, I can hear what?
Uatan, it is your turn.
Okay.
Realized.
They've all been only attacking once.
The berserkers?
Yeah.
Berserkers
only
only
have-
have 1 attack, yeah. It's
Okay.
the gladiator who has more attacks.
Got
She
it.
has 3 attacks.
Yeah.
Okay, well then I'm not going to use that spell. I'm going to cast. What level do I do this? I'm going to cast Witch Bolt on the gladiator lady.
Okay.
It is a wisdom save of 14.
Wisdom save of 14. Is she wise? No,
And
she's
also I can, oh wait, that's the wrong spell. Let me pull up.
not. Witch Bolt is a wisdom save?
No, wait,
No,
sorry.
it's an
Sorry, it's
attack.
an attack. It's an attack. I was looking
Okay.
at the wrong spell. The spell
Okay, I
I
was gonna
decided
say-
not to cast. That is my bad. It was fun. I was looking and it said +6, and then I was looking at the spell and it said wisdom save. I'm like, wait, that's why it didn't make sense. Got it. So I'm going to cast it on her.
Okay.
Oh, that was not a good roll. 13.
That misses.
Dang it. Okay, that was a waste of my. Well, at least I didn't cast it at a high level, so it's fine.
Okay. It is this berserker's turn, and he's going to attack the polar bear that has his boss pinned, essentially. And he's going to attack recklessly, so he gets advantage.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh, he rolled a 3 and a 2. An 8 probably doesn't hit, does
There we go.
it? 8 doesn't hit, does it?
Nope. Timothy's
Okay.
just like, what up?
Timothy lives to see another day.
Francisco, your turn.
Awesome. I'm gonna stab the guy in front of me repeatedly.
Okay. Guy number 4.
That's for the first attack. That's a 19 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Okay, I'm gonna make it fainting attack. So it's 17 points of damage on the first attack.
Okay.
And then my second attack, done with advantage. Okay, the next one's going to be a 27 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Good. And that's going to be another 15 points of damage.
Okay, you attack this guy and start hacking at him with the glaive, spinning it around, doing cool tricks around your back. You spin around and end up just lobbing his head off. It goes flying.
Nice.
And
First guy
now,
is gone.
I would have had to have moved up within 30 feet of her to cast that spell, so I am closer.
Okay, so 30 feet of her.
Yeah.
Okay, so 10, 20, 30.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
okay, and I'd also like to move into that space, so I'm kind of blocking Casimir from other
Okay.
people coming through.
Let me let's just move him real quick. There you go. And now we can put you back there. Cool.
Boom.
Is that everything?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah.
Okay. Kinsley, your turn.
I will bring the spiritual weapon 20 feet closer,
Okay.
and I'm gonna smack the guy in the back.
Okay. Go for it.
That's gonna be a 16 to hit.
16, that hits.
Okay. That's just the 1d8. 12 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And
Oh,
then,
these guys are looking pretty hurt.
are they?
A lot of them, yeah.
Go
I
ahead.
wonder if I should waste my 4th level and just do it at 3rd level. Yeah, we'll just do it at 3rd level. I'm gonna cast Spirit Guardians.
Okay.
So now you see, instead of those weird fairy type little things, now they're a bunch of little white werewolves that are just running around in circles around us.
That's so
Bright
cute.
blue eyes. And
awesome.
every one of them within 15 feet of me, so like all the ones around me, must make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's Berserkers 1, 2, 3, and Gladiator Wisdom save.
Yep.
Okay, let's start with the Gladiator. 11.
Fail.
Okay, and then Berserker number 1.
I really love these little
12.
wolves.
Fail.
12.
Fail.
8. All of them
Fail.
fail.
Yes!
So they all take 7, 8, 10.
I love these little
14.
wolves. They're so cute.
Radiant damage.
Nice.
Yes. Ah.
Are they like little miniature werewolves?
Yeah.
Oh, they're so cute. I love them.
You said 14?
14.
That is just enough to kill the gladiator.
Let's go.
Nice.
And it stays. And
Is it just one, or are they like a bunch of little ones?
it's just a bunch of little ones.
Okay.
Let me see. And this stays up, so it's on their turn. They must make another wisdom save.
We'll say it's like within this area.
Mm-hmm.
They're running in circles.
Yeah.
Okay. If that is your turn, it is now this berserker's turn back here.
Who
He
got
is
hit
going-
by a spiritual weapon?
Yeah.
Can you tell that it's not an actual physical enemy and tries to attack it?
Let's find out. They're not very smart, so let's have him roll an intelligence check.
Because that would be beautiful.
Oh, and their speed is halved.
He rolled a 15, so he knows it's not real, so he's going to try to run, but as we have established earlier, spiritual weapon can get a opportunity attack. So go ahead and make your opportunity attack.
Yeah!
Get it.
Natural 20!
All right. Go ahead. Roll your damage. Double it.
That's an 8! So 16 plus 4!
Nice.
It's 20!
20
bludgeoning
damage.
damage.
This guy is getting
I'm
wailed
actually-
on by some invisible thing he can't even see.
Beautiful.
Oh, and he entered into my thing, so now he must make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, go, yes.
And he got a
Spirit guardians
2.
more often.
And he got a 2.
The joys of being a cleric.
13 radiant damage.
Oh my gosh. This guy, dead.
Nah.
He got killed by nothing. Well, he got hit by a fireball. Then he got hit a couple times by a spiritual weapon. And then now all this like magical stuff he just doesn't understand. He just died and he has no idea why.
Didn't even get out of the building.
He has no idea why
I
he
should
died.
use spirit guardians way more often.
Yeah, you should.
That is awesome.
Why don't I do this?
Okay, you guys have 3 berserkers left and a dire wolf that appears to be running away. It is now...
Someone should stop the door.
It's now me's turn.
Well, I had one thing I wanted to do, but now I'm interested in another. I'll have to do that really cool flavor idea later, but I'm gonna go ahead and... Oh no, I didn't take it. Okay. Well, have any of them been hurt? Like, can I...
All of them.
Which ones
All
are
of
there?
them
All
have
of
been
them?
hurt.
Okay, just double check.
They all look pretty dang hurt.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, at the one that is directly north of the polar bear, I am going to plant my hand down onto the ground and whisper into the earth, hear their sweet song, as little vines make their pull out from the ground and make their way towards him to the north, and little sweet bell-looking flowers start to jingle a little soft sound, and I cast Toll the Dead.
What? You can cast Toll the Dead?
Nice.
What? That's awesome.
That's one of the things I switched.
That's
Yeah.
really cool. Okay, so that is Berserker number 3.
Yep, so that's Wisdom save of 13.
Okay, see if he can do it.
I tried to make it very, whimsical and plant.
He got a 10.
Ah, yeah! So that is going to be, I think, it's 5th level that I'm at
It
now.
should be
so-
2d12.
Yeah, 2d12, yeah. Oh. Where am I 12? These, right? Yeah, this is a 12. Okay, here we go. Oh, one fell. Let me just... Okay. That is 11 points of damage.
All right.
Instead
11
of being
points of
loud
damage.
like dong, they're like dee, dee, like little chimes almost.
Everyone can barely hear it except for this guy. He hears it loud.
It's
and it
incessant.
is blowing up his head.
Yep.
It is now Spit's turn. So Spit is going to 10. Gosh, it sucks that I have to do 20, 30. I guess a half a square. And he's going to take a couple shots at that dire wolf.
Well, you could move diagonal.
Oh, that's true. So what was he here? So 10, 20,
20, 30.
30, 30. Halfway. He's going to take a couple shots at this dire wolf.
Oh, wait, I totally forgot about my polar bear. I was going to have him go after the dire wolf.
Oh, well, yeah, we can do that. Let's just do that
Yeah.
first.
He will get as close as he can and try to grapple the dire wolf to stop it from moving.
Okay.
What's its movement?
Yeah, what
Uh,
is the movement?
The movement is 40 feet.
Oh yeah, you can get on top of it.
Yeah, so he
and then
shoves
30
past
swing-
Francisco
Oh,
and
excuse
just
me, sorry.
dives at this polar bear or at this
All
dire
right.
wolf. And you're trying to grapple it?
Yep.
Do
At
you
least stop
have-
it from moving. He'll kind of just,
Okay.
I guess, like grappling, he'll kind of flop on it.
So oppose strength checks.
Yep, let's go. Oh, 21!
Nice. He only got a 16.
I
So
rolled
you're
a 16
able
plus
you're able to
5.
grapple him. He is stuck. He cannot move. And now
All right, Spit, you have advantage.
now Spit's turn.
Well, not if he's shooting.
Well, yeah, he's shooting, so he
Oh.
won't have advantage because he
Okay.
can't get close enough to do melee.
Mm.
So let's see if he hits. Hits both times,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
believe. Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
yeah.
Nice.
1d6, so that's 2d6 plus 8, because it's 1d6 plus 4 normally. He hits both times. So that's 7 plus 8, so that's what, 15? 15 damage to the dire wolf?
Nice.
I lean over to Spit and I whisper, "Don't kill it. It may be useful."
Okay, so it is now Zula's turn, and Zula is going to keep fighting this berserker she's been fighting. And she misses with her claw, but hits with her bite. 1d8 plus 3. 8 damage with her bite. And she just destroys this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Completely gutting him.
Yes.
It's now this berserker's turn. who's
Wisdom
fighting
save.
Kinsley. Ah, yes. Wisdom save. 19.
It passes, but it takes half damage,
Okay.
so it takes 6 radiant damage.
Okay. And he is going to recklessly attack Kinsley. Nat 20.
Oh.
Oh no.
Not good.
Ooh, ow, your toes.
Oh, that's not the right die. That's...
That brings it to a what?
What do you mean?
Nat 20 brings it to a what?
What's the modifier on their attack?
Well, it's a 1d12 plus 3.
No.
Your
What's their
To
plus
hit.
to
so is
their
20 what?
Oh, 25.
Wouldn't matter then.
I mean, I think on a nat 20, it's just an auto success.
It's an auto success, yeah. It's an auto hit.
Yeah,
Well,
but I was still mathing.
15 points of damage, Kinsley.
Ow.
That hurts me.
It is now this dire wolf's turn. The dire wolf is going to try to break free from the polar bear. Oppose strength checks again.
Be weird if it could
16.
get out of a.
It got an 18. It breaks
Oof.
free. And it's going to book it.
dare it.
Undo. Move. And dire wolf has 50 feet of movement. So it's going to go 5 or
Wait, it's
10,
moving
20.
out of attack range, so opportunity attack for polar bear?
yeah, go ahead and make an opportunity attack.
All right, I don't know what its hit points are at. So the polar bear's intent is non-lethal.
Okay, it's melee attack, so I'll allow that. It's not a spell.
Yeah. So we're gonna do claw attack. Oh, that's a 19 plus 7.
It definitely hits. Go ahead
Yeah.
and do your damage.
All right, 2d6.
Not bad, not bad.
Okay. Please roll high so it can be non-lethal and I can have a doggo. It'll love me. Okay, that is 16 points of damage.
Oh, yeah, you knock it out.
Yeah.
Nice, nice.
Okay, now
Very
I can
good, very
convince it to
good.
love me.
That's gonna be rough, man.
Don't
Knocked
think
out.
it's gonna work, but
It's okay. I have ways.
Okay,
Oh,
doesn't-
jeez.
it is now
so scary.
I am a druid.
Uatan. It is now your turn.
All right, I'm gonna maneuver myself over so I can see. And I'm gonna just go ahead and cast. I'm gonna hit the guy right in front of me with a firebolt.
Okay, go for it.
Natural 20 for a 26.
Nice.
Awesome.
Nice.
Thank you,
We're getting some
Dorstannon.
good rolls. Good rolls.
Okay, not bad. 16 points of damage.
All right. You see that this guy just lights up in flames and starts running around in circles and eventually slams into the wall of the temple
Nah.
and falls over dead.
Oh my gosh, that makes me think of the scene from The Mummy where the guy gets the scarab in his skin and he's running and hits the wall.
Yo.
Okay, Francisco, your turn.
Well, I guess
There's
I'll go
only
up to
one
the
more.
last guy and stab him in the face.
Okay, let me move stuff around.
And I crit on his face.
Oh, nice.
Could always ask questions.
Nah, it's
No, we
more
don't
fun
need
to
to do that.
crit on his face.
It's more fun.
So that's gonna be 16 points of damage.
Okay,
And then, is he still alive?
he's still alive.
I'll take my second attack. That'll be a 17 to hit.
That hits.
And then that'll be another 13 points of damage.
Okay.
Nice.
Do my cool spinny twirly attacks.
You do your spinny, twirly attacks and end up stabbing him right through the heart at the end. You guys have officially
Beautiful.
killed all of these guys.
So many enemies, so many turns in combat.
But you guys
gonna-
now have an unconscious direwolf.
I'm gonna go ahead real quick. Detect magic.
Okay,
Anything magical.
let me
On
see.
them.
Give me 1 second.
I would like to search the woman the bear has fallen upon.
You do detect magic, but you do not detect anything magical.
Okay.
I would like to do the usual rounds of looting the bodies
Okay,
before I
give
head
me
to the doggo.
give me
There's-
investigation checks.
No magical items on them. No.
Investigation, that's a 12.
12. Okay, I'd say between all of them that you search, you probably find like 8 gold.
Okay.
Doesn't look like they do much in the way of like trading or money. You find some fur pelts, so I'll say probably like 2 bear pelts you find on them. You see that the gladiator has a big shield, probably bigger than most of you could actually wield, and she carries some spears. And then the berserkers have great axes on them. Other than that, they have some rations and other stuff, but it doesn't seem like they're very materialistic. It seems they more so live off of the land.
Okay, question. How big is the shield?
Pretty big, gosh, probably like 4 feet by 4 feet, maybe 5 feet by 5 feet. It's big.
Looking at Zula in her werewolf
Giant
form,
square.
would it be holdable for a werewolf?
And if she was
Zula's a
raging,
bigger.
right? If she was raging, she probably could. like because she gets a little bigger when she rages.
Mm-hmm.
But it wouldn't be useful to her because she uses her claws and she uses her teeth. Those are her weapons. She's proficient with those weapons, and a shield would just kind of get in the way.
Right.
Okay. I will keep the shield.
Can you carry
Can
the
you
shield?
carry the shield?
Yeah,
I don't know
Even
how much
as
does
a
it weigh.
werewolf.
you also can't put that kind of a thing in the bag of holding. You have to be able to actually physically put it
Put it. I
in the
don't-
bag.
I don't think you could carry it, me.
Okay, because my only thing was like, okay, what I could do is be like, Kingsley's shield. I turn into a werewolf, grab it, put it down, and then I like peek over it, like cover it.
Yeah, with your strength, I'm pretty sure you have a 0 or a -1 in
Yeah.
strength, correct?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you definitely can't use the shield.
Okay, it was worth the thought.
Nice attempt.
Yeah.
I saw where you were going with that.
All right.
Wasn't a bad idea. Just not...
No big shield. I'll keep a
just
note
too
of
big.
where it. Yeah, I'll keep a note of where it is in case maybe we want to go bobsledding on the mountains.
Oh gosh.
So you guys now have this unconscious direwolf.
Yes, I would like to go over to it, and I would like to have the polar bear help me carry it into the building where all the sleeping stuff were.
Okay.
Yeah, where they came out, because I'm assuming that, they were staying there, so there's probably beds or something.
Yeah. So you want to go back, so you will go back into the temple, you take a left, and you go into that room, and there are beds there. And you see that it is essentially an empty room. Besides a door to the north that leads somewhere you haven't been, and then in the southwest, there is a fissure that leads outside. It's about 2 feet wide by 15 feet tall. Someone small could fit through there, but not a lot of other people. And it's very cold. It's just as cold as it is outside.
I would like to have my polar bear sit. I'm having Timothy sit in front of the northern door for now.
Okay.
And then I'm going to gather any wooden stuff and conjure flames. I don't know if anyone followed me, but I'm hanging out here. And I'm gonna warm myself by the fire. I have the dire wolf set down on one of the beds, and I kind of put a blanket over it.
Okay. Yeah. You are
I
in
guess-
essentially a safe area.
Yeah, I'll sit there with me as well.
Is this where
so-
we want to set up camp for the night?
That seems like a pretty good place.
Protection
and-
from the elements, fire, polar bear protecting the only entrance.
for an
Can put up
hour.
the dome.
There you go.
That's a lot of us for the dome.
Yeah.
It
And
can
I
hold-
didn't prepare that
You've got
one.
like 10 people.
I think
Because
it
there's
can
all of
take
you,
turns.
plus Zula, Spit, Casimir. I guess that's
The dog.
7.
And
The dog and the polar bear.
I would
I'm in
not
the
let the dog in.
pull-
I would not let the dog inside.
No. Fine, I sit outside.
No,
with the
it's
dog.
not tamed by us.
I'm out there with the dog.
9 creatures of medium size or smaller can fit in the dome.
I
little-
sit on the edge of the dome with the
little
dog
bit.
right outside of it.
Right.
There you go. So that way, if it wakes up, I'm safe, and I could still.
So what do you want to do with this direwolf?
He's
I
gonna
have
try
a
and
plan.
tame
He's
it.
trying to tame it.
I have a plan. Okay, if anything goes wrong, I have a failsafe. I just need a long rest to prepare it. I am a druid. Animals are my thing, kind of.
Kind of.
I like
Kind
that
of.
stipulation at the end.
Okay.
Kind of
Well,
my thing.
I can get all of us in the dome, but the dire wolf is not welcome.
Okay.
So is that your guys' plan? You guys are going to
Yep.
chill
I
here
suppose so.
now? Okay, you guys get the dome put up and you start getting all comfortable. It is getting pretty late since you guys have spent so much time already fighting lots of different things in this crazy amber temple.
Yeah.
Casimir sits down. It's like, well, I guess this is going to be a lot more difficult than I originally thought. I didn't expect so much. Well, so much. I know that this place has been here since way before even Strahd got here. From what I have heard, it is the most ancient thing in Barovia. I also have heard it's full of great evils. I don't know much about its history, but I know we need to be careful. He looks over at Kinsley, and maybe don't go opening doors. Not until at least we take a peek.
I think we should take a note from our dear friend imra'lyr. Peek through the doors first, but try not to shoot the first thing you see.
Follow half of what she does.
With wisdom.
With
Okay.
wisdom.
With that, you guys all hunker down and get ready to take a long rest and night. Someone will be staying up, taking watch, but for now, we're going to go ahead and end our episode. Guys, this is a very big dungeon. There is going to be a lot of stuff. This is going to be fun because there is a lot to do here in the Amber Temple. I'm very excited. I've spent the last, however long preparing for this, and I am very excited for this. So everyone watching at home, thank you so much. We appreciate it a lot. I hope you are enjoying this episode. I hope you're enjoying our show. If you're new to the show, you can check us out on YouTube. We have all of our episodes on there. We went through the Mines of Phandelver saga, and then we traveled here to Barovia for the Curse of Strahd. So if you are behind and you haven't been caught up, go ahead and do that. Or you can jump on Spotify and listen to the podcast version, which is on there. You can also find it on our website. We have a bunch of different stuff. We have one-shots that we've played before up on, they're up on YouTube, and we also are putting them together to sell. You can find them, those on our website, Lakeside Legendz, legends with a Z.com. Go to the store and you'll see a list of our one-shots. We have a few more prepared that we are going to put up there, just not ready yet. So hopefully we'll be able to announce that next week. We also have our TikTok that is officially up. Most of our news, the new things we're coming out with, and the different things we're doing, and calls for guests all happen on our TikTok. So if you are interested, you want to play, or you just want to follow us and see what we're doing, most of our things are going to be up there. So go and follow us on TikTok. We also have Twitter and Facebook. Everything essentially has information going to it all the time about what we're doing, what we're coming out with, and what we plan to do in the future. Does anyone else have any other announcements?
Why, yes, I do. So I have been putting together my own podcast talking about Dungeons and Dragons. It's kind of more of a discussion series where I talk about tabletop games, specifically tabletop RPGs like Dungeons and Dragons or Pathfinder. And it ranges from how to write settings or comparisons between different classes to fun D&D stories that I've had during my time playing the game. And you can find this podcast under the name of a Dungeon Master's Guide to Everything. Not Dungeon Master, sorry, a Game Master's Guide to Everything. And you can find the podcast up on Anchor, Breaker, Google Podcasts, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, or on Spotify as well. The episodes are pretty short. They're usually between 10 to 15 minutes. I've only put up the first episode just this last week, but it's something I will hopefully be putting out weekly. So look forward to more episodes of that.
Awesome. All right. Anyone else? Okay. All right, Lakesiders. Well, thank you so much for coming and joining us on this Sunday night, this episode. Don't forget, in February, we are going to be moving to Friday nights. Just want to make sure I put that in there. Probably the first or second week, I will make sure I solidify that, and everyone will know beforehand before it happens. But until then, we hope to see you next time down by the lakeside. See ya.
Bye.